cold night in Mountaintop, Pennsylvania, but that's just the way you like it when you get high school football playoffs. We're on to the states, and Jersey Shore is trying to go back to the state semifinals in 4A for the second consecutive year. Sam Cooperman, Brandon Barker with you here at Crestwood High School. Two undefeated teams, the Jersey Shore Bulldogs and the Crestwood Comets, both 8-0 and vying for a spot to face either Lampeter Strasburg or Elko in the semifinals next weekend. Brandon, we mentioned it before the game. We were chatting about it, and the more and more you watch this field, the nice turf here, the way the stands are positioned, and of course the teams on the field, it really feels very eerily similar to that Jersey Shore quarterfinal game last year against Pottsville.
Yeah, it is. It's cold. It's windy. It's everything you expect from a November game in the PIAA. But this is going to be the first road test for Jersey Shore outside of the District 4. Haven't gone as far as Sunbury. That's as far as they've traveled. So 2 years ago, they actually traveled all the way. I can't remember exactly where we traveled to. I think we traveled. I can't remember the high school, but we traveled. Last time Jersey Shore traveled outside the area, they were down in Harrisburg when District 2. Every other year they host. District 2 hosted this year. So it's great to be down here. This is a great new facility for Crestwood, and a great opportunity for the Bulldogs to be able to go and get an advance in the set.
Yeah, we're on our Penton Automotive pregame show. Tonight's pregame show is driven by Penton Automotive, AC Delco full-service auto repair shop, servicing the Jersey Shore area for over 20 years. Visit them online at pentonautomotive.com and call 570-215-9262. And check them out Monday through Friday at 579 Old Route 220 Highway, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. So we look at this game, Brandon. We talked about the undefeated records, but of course, in football, when you get to the playoffs, or in any sport for that matter, you throw that out the window because it only matters who wins this game, not who won the other 8 games. But of course, both of these teams have won their other 8 games. It's a weird year, plagued literally and figuratively by COVID, but here we are playing high school football in the playoffs. Jersey Shore offensively has its spread offense. They're no huddle. They get right back up to the line. They score over 45 points a game. And in the last 2, they've scored nearly 50 a game between their district semifinal and district final win, coming off that 54-0 domination of Shamokin. But they go against a Crestwood defense that has allowed over 20 points once this year and has played a brutally tough schedule. What do you make of the matchup tonight, Brandon?
Well, it's, like you said, more of a defensive battle. Crestwood hasn't been giving up a lot of points this year, but neither has Jersey Shore, especially with Jersey Shore. They've been able to get a lot of turnovers, and the one thing I want to emphasize is, 9 times out of 10, when they start their drives with Jersey Shore, they're either near the 50-yard line or they're in opponent's territory. So when your defense is doing production and getting the ball for you inside your opponent's territory, it's automatically slam dunk. It's going to end up with points somehow because of how well this offense works, but it's going to slow down a little bit, and I think it's because the defensive line for Crestwood is a little bit bigger and a little bit stronger. District 2 always has great defenses. Crestwood's just another one of them that Jersey Shore is going to have to face.
Crestwood is the District 2 champ. They dueled it out with Dallas in the finals last week. Dallas, a team you may remember because Jersey Shore faced them last year in the state semifinals. That's where the Bulldogs ultimately bowed out, and that one wasn't even close. A veteran-laden Dallas team, and it was really that offensive line that helped the Dallas Pioneers really just work their way to victory 56-28. But this Crestwood team was able to pull away in the fourth quarter, scoring 13 unanswered to win 34-14. And before that, it went to an overtime game against a 3A playoff team, Lake Lehman, which, according to Coach Ryan Arcangelo, he says that that's the best Lake Lehman team in 30 years. They've played some really tough opponents, Hazleton as well for Crestwood, but they've beaten them all. Defensively, stopping this Jersey Shore offense, how is Crestwood going to need to go about it?
Well, they're going to have to do a couple of switches on the inside, get some pressure on it, specifically Brandon Weary. And you can let the run game go because Cameron Allison, it's hard to tackle those guys, but when you can stop the run game, get your switches in, get your defensive lineman in the backfield, stop the run right away, and then you can pressure Brandon Weary, make a couple mistakes because he hasn't thrown the ball. Some games he's thrown it very well. Sometimes, like last week, when he only went 3 for 11 on passing, he did poorly, and now it's because Schmoken got after the defense, especially Ian Paul. Ian Paul was the linebacker, ended up going on the inside and getting much pressure off Brandon Weary. So it's going to come down to how well they can pressure the running game and how well they can get to Brandon Weary before he throws it to his star receiver, Caden Ness, or the Swiss Army knife in Owen Anderson.
Swiss Army knife, you coined Owen Anderson that. You coined him as Deebo Samuel week 1. I think the two are accurate for what he's done. Owen Anderson has scored a touchdown in every Jersey Shore game this year. 15 on the season, scored them in 3 different ways, rushing, receiving, and in the return game. Should be a fun one. We're here in Mountaintop. It is awfully cold. Temperatures are already in the low 40s. The real field tonight, by the time this one concludes, should be down to 35 degrees. Thankfully, we were able to get a seat in the press box. We're appreciative of the folks here at Crestwood for enabling that. Came into tonight thinking we wouldn't, but we're inside, but it's still not warm here. We're back in a few minutes on the Penton Automotive pregame show. Jersey Shore, Crestwood, the right to play in the state semifinals is on the line, and you're listening to it here on The Bear.
McMahon Ferguson Associates Insurance Agency is your local Erie insurance agency. They handle much more than just home and auto. They serve your commercial and life insurance needs too. Ask yourself, do you own your own business? Just get married? Recently have a child? Purchase a home? How about liability and workers' comp? McMahon Ferguson Associates has products for all the above. Call 570-398-4090. McMahon Ferguson Associates Insurance Agency, 1020 Allegheny Street, Jersey Shore.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
This Thanksgiving, think outside the oven and get Thanks Grilling with Ace. Get a new grill and choose from top brands like Traeger, Weber, and Big Green Egg to add even more flavor to your Thanksgiving turkey, side dishes, and desserts. Plus, right now, get free assembly and delivery on all grills and accessories $3.99 and up. For the best help on the best grills, stop by your local Ace and get Thanks Grilling. Ace Rewards members only through December 24th. See participating stores for scheduling or exclusions.
Family-owned and operated, Tie-A-Dot Embroidery and Screen Printing has been serving the Jersey Shore area for almost 30 years. Custom T-shirts, sweats, hats, and specialized products with your logo included, embroidered or screen printed. See some of what's available on our webpage, TIAEmbroidery.com. 110 Charles Street, Jersey Shore. Top quality work throughout the area for the last 20 years. Guy Rock Excavating, based in Rocktown, specializing in land development, basements, home building, and providing topsoil for residential, business, and commercial properties. Call Guy today, 570-745-3189.
Chris Stapleton brings you his new studio album, Starting Over, featuring 14 brand new recordings, including the single Starting Over.
Can be my four-leaf clover, starting over.
Arkansas and Cold.
Why you gotta be so cold?
New music from Chris Stapleton, Starting Over, available everywhere now.
Be so cold.
Sponsored by Mercury Nashville.
Mama's home cooking has never tasted so good. Go to Coots's Kitchen, 318 Wilson Street in Jersey Shore for homemade soups, oil, deli sides, baked goods, and more. Coots's cheesesteaks will have you hooked. Fudge season is just around the corner, too. All of this at reasonable prices. 570-398-8180 for your takeout order. Coots's Kitchen, Tuesday through Saturday, 10 till 8. Coots's Kitchen, Mama's homemade goodness. Go Bulldogs.
Cutting Edge Country on WQBR.
Sam Cooperman, Brandon Barker with you. The Jersey Shore football pregame show driven by Penton Automotive, 579 Old Route 220 Highway, and AC Delco full-service auto repair shop. Find them at PentonAutomotive.com. Jersey Shore football, the state quarterfinal game against Crestwood. These teams have not played during the Tom Gravish era, and they're located about an hour and a half apart. It's cold in Jersey Shore tonight. I'd venture to say it's even colder here. It might be kind of close, but at least because we're here, it feels colder. And the real field tonight's supposed to get down to about 35 by the time we're in the fourth quarter. So the fans are bundled up here. The players will have to stay warm. And Jersey Shore has played playoff football a lot during Coach Gravish's 9 years here, including last year where it got to the state semifinals, beat a Pottsville team that took them to triple overtime. Jersey Shore was down 21-0 in that one, but they were able to ultimately prevail. But they did get down 21-0. Brandon Barker, Jersey Shore getting down that much is not something you want to repeat. How do they go about avoiding that poor of a start tonight?
Well, they keep with their offense. They keep with their game plan. They keep running the ball as well as they can. Cameron Allison has done a really good job making guys miss, especially with everybody on the whole, receiver core to the running backs. Brady Jordan's been able to use as really well. We were just talking about him a minute ago with the guys next to us. Cooper Peacock as well gets involved. Owen Anderson just plows through people. He doesn't like to go down, and they have to keep, especially with their offense, but their defense has to keep Crestwood off the field. Crestwood, just like Central Mountain, is one of those teams that loves time of possession. If Shore wouldn't have scored in those last two possessions in the Central Mountain game, the second one, I don't think Jersey Shore would have won because Central Mountain was just eating up time of possession everywhere they go. And that's what this Crestwood team is going to try to do. They're going to try to keep the ball out of their offense, tire their defense, and then be able to sustain some kind of drive. Look, for Crestwood, it does not have to be a 45-0 win. It just has to be a 7-0 win for them as long as they keep the ball out of Shore's hand, because Vincent Shore's offense, it's going to go down really quickly, and they're going to try to be able to. And also the other thing is being able to get those plays in and get lined up as quickly as they can, because Crestwood is really good at adjusting their defense to whatever their offensive linemen are. So they're just going to have to be on key, on point, and also no penalties tonight. They had a lot the last couple weeks since the bye week against Milton.
Yeah, Jersey Shore has had a very interesting season here in the year of COVID. Started September 11th, and the first 4 games, they were able to win with scoring over 45 points a game. Then, you mentioned it, Brandon, on October 9th, they were supposed to play Milton, a home game. We were up in the booth, ready to go, set for kickoff. Oh, what do you know? There's a COVID-related problem. Nobody had the virus, thankfully, but there was reason to believe potentially could be through contact tracing some people in the Jersey Shore High School that came into contact with the virus. So Milton decided to pull the plug on that game, which at the time it was probably frustrating to the players because they were ready to play, but it was probably also a blessing in disguise because not only did they have the bye week, but of course if somebody in your program gets the virus, obviously you hope for their health and all that, but from a football perspective, you're missing a lot of time being able to play. Being able to practice, being able to do what you do as a football team. But Jersey Shore did not have to endure that. They did have to endure some close games after that. Shikellamy 16-0, Central Mountain 21-9, but there were definitely some road bumps along the way, Brandon.
Yeah, so let's put a hypothetical theory. So say something did happen with the team and they got to cancel 2 weeks, because that longest team that had to cancel was Berwick, and they had to cancel for 2 weeks, and Mount Carmel canceled the rest of their season. But so let's take that into effect. Say Jersey Shore has to cancel Shikellamy. They have to cancel Central Mountain. Okay, what's left on their schedule? They got a Montoursville team that they would not be prepared for at all. Montoursville's a little banged up, but at that time, you don't know exactly. Montoursville and Jersey Shore were 2 of the better teams, and
Well, as it happened, actually, Montoursville had some COVID issues themselves around that time, so that game would have been in jeopardy if that game needed to be played. So there's a lot to be thankful for in many different ways, but of course, you mentioned, Brandon, Jersey Shore able to play. But something I want to touch on before we get to my pregame conversation with Bulldog head coach Tom Gravish, the idea that those last 2 games, they came out pretty slowly offensively. Central Mountain was the first team to actually lead against Jersey Shore in a game this year, and that's still the case. When they were up 9-7 at one point and initially 3-0, it felt like Jersey Shore watered down what they do as far as the play calls. Not that they're not able to do it. It felt like they ran a very simplistic type offense in those games. And then you look at the last 2 weeks in the districts, completely different story. They were doing all kinds of things. There was the big 3rd and 32 last week in the opening drive against Shamokin, where Jersey Shore had been running the screen pass a lot in those few weeks. Then last week they faked the screen pass. Defense only had 3 DBs out there due to their formation they like to run for Coach Hinoski's team. And then Owen Anderson just streaked down the field for a touchdown. It feels like Coach Gravish tried to kind of hide his hand a little bit, and then he unleashed it last week.
And that makes a valid point. You know, he likes to hold his hand, but it's one thing I like nice about him is he also in those 2 games, I truly believe he was trying his hardest not to show everything off for the playoffs, because he knows who he's facing. He knows he's going to come into these places like Crestwood. Next week will be either Lampeter, Strasburg, or East. I have to reread.
East Lebanon, yeah,
East Lebanon.
That's their name, yeah.
Yeah, East Lebanon. But those are when I was talking to people. I said I'm not that I'm not concerned. You should always focus on this week, but as looking ahead at the bracket, I was more concerned about the teams, that are Lampeter, Strasburg, and Thomas Jefferson, the returning state champion at this level. I think that's what he's trying to prepare him for a little bit while still focusing on this week. You can try to be 1-0 after this week. This has been his model for years, but still, while he's still focusing on this game, he's also paying attention and saying, hey, let's not show everything because we're going to get a lot more dominant teams down the road.
Certainly the case, and is the dominant Crestwood team tonight, plain and simple. They're 8-0, Jersey Shore's 8-0. Crestwood's played a really good schedule. Jersey Shore's been able to play the teams in their area. Those teams haven't panned out too well this year. Some of them teams that usually are better, a team like a Selinsgrove that's usually in the playoff hunt. Shamokin outperformed how they played in recent years, but then you look at other teams in the area that usually aren't at that level. They got to play Shikellamy twice. It was an easier schedule, plain and simple. But now they're playing the big boys. Crestwood is one of them. This is a team that hasn't been to this spot since earlier in the decade. Last playoff appearance came in 2014. That was their last District 2 title. They won it last week with a 34-14 topping of Dallas in the district finals. Coming up, my pregame conversation with Jersey Shore head coach Tom Gravish. He gets his team ready for the second straight quarterfinals. He's been in third straight year in the state playoffs. Jersey Shore looking to go a step farther this time, maybe even 2 steps, but it's only 1 foot in front of the other. That's how you got to do it. Jersey Shore, Crestwood, that's the matchup tonight on the Bear. So happy you can join us on our Penton Automotive pregame show. We'll be back right after this.
Schweitzer's Auto Sales offers fair prices and superior service, and they make it easy to find the sedan, SUV, or light truck that you want with their virtual showroom. Available anytime online at schweitzerauto.com. Look through their selection, then come in for a test drive. 321 North Main Street, Jersey Shore. 570-398-4216.
There's no place like home for the holidays, or HomeDepot.com for holiday decor, with Black Friday prices inside and out, like artificial Christmas trees starting at just $39.98, or outside lights and playful inflatables to bring joy to the neighborhood. Order online, and you'll even get free delivery. Holiday decorating improved, with a wide assortment of holiday decor from HomeDepot.com. How doers get more done. Free standard shipping on most online orders over $45. Some exclusions apply while supplies last.
You're probably not ready for winter, but we are. Hollick's Coal and Fuel Oil Service has been a Jersey Shore fixture since 1950. Hollick's is known for its fast and reliable service. We provide coal, heating oil, kerosene, mixed kerosene, and off-road diesel. 5 different sizes of coal, all stored under roof for the highest quality. Hollick's Coal and Fuel Oil Service, 248 Locust Street in Jersey Shore, 570-398-1190, and online at hollickscoalandoil.com.
No crowded malls, no delayed deliveries. Holiday shopping is different at Boot Barn. Get the in-store experience from the comfort of your home, while a virtual shopper does your shopping for you over a video call. For those within 20 miles of a store, get local same-day delivery, where we'll deliver your items directly to your door. Learn more about our holiday services at bootbarn.com. Boot Barn. Unwrap the West.
Since 1925, Erie Insurance has been providing protection for you and your family. Auto, home, life, business, and flood insurance. Annuities, too. Get a great price and the service you expect from Erie Insurance. Available from your local Erie agent, Figure Insurance Agency in Lock Haven, serving the area for the last 56 years. Find out why over 90% of Erie Insurance customers renew year after year. 570-748-3570. Get a free quote. Figure Insurance Agency, 511 East Church Street, Lock Haven.
The Bear, WQBR.
With Coach Gravish, pregame here out in the field at Crestwood, Jersey Shore football in the state quarterfinals. Coach, what does your team got to do tonight to be successful?
It's the same recipe for success. It was no different tonight. We got to be in manageable down and distance situations and put them in uncomfortable down and distance situations. We want to come out with a good special teams play, whether we're returning or covering, and then follow that up Our philosophy is going to be next play, next play, next play. They're a great team. They're going to make some plays probably. And we just have to roll with the punches, not flinch, and keep battling throughout 48 minutes.
Lastly, Coach, you guys have been in this spot before. Having this experience, what does that do for you guys, having been in this kind of situation?
I don't know. I think they got some confidence, but we still got to make plays. The guys that made some plays last year, we expect them to make them this year. So we still got to make the plays.
Best of luck tonight, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Call 570-753-5722. TLC Fuels, a family-owned business since 1998, serving residential, farm, and commercial customers from their Jersey Shore location just off of Route 220 at the Pine Creek exit. Fuel oil, diesel, and gasoline, hard coal. TLC Fuels, dedicated to providing friendly, satisfying service to all of their customers. TLC Fuels, proud to be a supporter of the Jersey Shore Bulldogs. 570-753-5722.
Panera's new flatbread pizzas are here. But to our new chef, Klaus, they're not just pizzas. They're masterpieces. Because it's not just cheese. It's hot and melty mozzarella and fontina cheese. It's not just sauce. It's market tomato red bell pepper sauce. And it's not just toppings. It's fresh mozzarella, basil, and grape tomatoes. Taste our 3 delicious new flatbread pizzas today. Order online for pickup or delivery. Panera. Restrictions apply.
Let me ask you a question. What do you see when you look at your car? Do you just see taillights? Or your dog's tail wagging when you first brought him home? Do you see 4 tires? Or 2 tired kids in the back seat after their first day of school? Other insurance companies just see a car. But a State Farm agent sees what your car really means to you. So why not give it the protection it deserves?
Jason Eberhardt, State Farm Insurance, 265 High Street, Jersey Shore, 570-865-5191.
This weekend at Kohl's, save on holiday gifts for everyone on your list. Plus, take an extra 15% off. Cozy must-haves for the family are now just $17 and under. Get 40% off fun and festive holiday decor. And save on Food Network Kitchen and Dining starting at 20% off. Plus, get fast and free store pickup. Give with all your heart. Shop Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles, 15% offer valid November 11th through the 21st with promo code CHEERS. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
The seasons are changing, and now is the perfect time to fall in love with a new checking account. At Woodlands Bank, we offer Kasasa checking accounts. Our Kasasa accounts offer unbelievable rates with great rewards. Now you can open up your account online quickly and securely. Make the switch to one of our Kasasa accounts from the convenience of your home. Branch out. Open your account today. For more information on our Kasasa accounts and to pick the best one for you, visit woodlandsbank.com. Woodlands Bank, member FDIC.
Read the latest Good News Positively Pets magazine anytime. Go to bearcountrygoodnews.com. Published every month by Bear 99.9 FM.
Sam Cooperman, Brandon Barker back with you. Jersey Shore football on the Bear Country Sports Network. Tonight's pregame show driven by Penton Automotive. Jersey Shore 8-0, Crestwood 8-0. A game to keep the season alive and advance to the state semifinals. It's that simple. That's what's at stake. Everything is at stake. Jersey Shore comes out tonight trying to win its second straight state quarterfinal matchup, and to do so, they're going to have to take on a very tough Crestwood team that, as I mentioned, 8-0. Winners of District 2, they just knocked off a Dallas team that beat Jersey Shore in the semifinals last year, and it's a team loaded with senior experience. We'll start with Jersey Shore's offense, give Brandon a chance to talk about a key player on that side of the ball. We'll switch to defense, do the same, and then go to Crestwood's side. Our starting lineups tonight, presented by the Country Berry Shack, a gift shop in Jersey Shore. Start your Christmas shopping the right way by visiting the Country Berry Shack. Love their selection of so much stuff, including my favorite, Yankee candles. Hours through Christmas, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday through Friday, 10 to 5, and then Saturday, 9 to 4, Sunday, 11 to 4. If you want to see all that information visually because you can't understand my words, understandable. Go to their Facebook page, and you can check them out in person at 521 Allegheny Street, Jersey Shore. Bulldogs starting lineup, it's the senior QB Brendan Weary, who has a sparkling 19 touchdown to 1 interception ratio. 1,400 yards for him on the year, completes about 58% of his passes this year. I guess we're at a hockey game all of a sudden with the way the horns are blaring for the Crestwood Comets as they take the field in the home red and whites. But Jersey Shore starting QB is Brendan Weary, and Last week, he was actually 3 for 11 passing in the win against Shamokin, but 135 yards. He threw 3 deep balls, and they tended to connect. In the backfield, Cam Allison, the 5'10", 168 senior tailback. He had a massive game, 19 rushes, 144 yards, 2 touchdowns against Mifflinburg in the district semis. And then last week, 20 for 157 and a score along with 37 yards. Cam Allison's been running the ball well of late, and paving the way for him when they run out of the eye is Hayden Packer, the 5'10", 190 sophomore fullback for the Jersey Shore Bulldogs. Around the receiving core for the Bulldogs, Owen Anderson, he does everything. Calling him a receiver would be very limited to what he actually does. He does just about everything for this team. He scored a touchdown in every game, 15 touchdowns on the year for Mr. Owen Anderson, who's getting a number of college looks, and shout out to him for that. I saw St. John Fisher, Marietta College, wishing Owen the best of luck with his college decision. He's going to make a fine player in person wherever he goes. Dalton Dugan, Caden Hess are the other receivers, along with Brady Jordan, who's used in a variety of ways, as well as Cooper Peacock, the sophomore. So Jersey Shore's got a lot of guys to choose from. O-line left to right, Ben Webb, Lee Springman, Caden Smith, Eddie Woodring, and Joe Lorson. They'll rotate Colin Samar in there as well. A lot of different guys that can make things happen on that O-line. Brandon, who do you want to discuss for the Jersey Shore offense?
Well, Owen Anderson. He does everything offensively for him. He's what I call the Swiss Army knife, so he's going to have to be able to do what he can offensively, use them as much as they can.
And you look at Jersey Shore defensively, a lot of the same players. They go 2 ways. Dalton Dugan is one of them. He last year had 112 tackles for the Bulldogs. This year he's been the leading sacker, tied with his fellow defensive end Quincy Myers, who also starts, 6.5 sacks for them. Dugan, 10 tackles for loss. Across the D-line, Ben Webb, Colin Samar, and Lee Springman. Webb took over for Carter Peacock, who got hurt week 2, and he hasn't been back since, but Webb's done a fine job in there, taking up space and making things happen in the backfield. The linebackers, Gabe and Hayden Packer, very identical players, even though Hayden's a little bigger, but as far as their production, the numbers are eerily similar. Both 6 tackles for loss, both a couple sacks, both have forced and recovered fumbles. Hayden has an interception on the year. Gabe has a few more tackles to his name. The defensive backs, Cooper Peacock and Caden Hess. The corners, Hess has 5 interceptions and 1 return for a score to lead the team. And the safeties, Anderson and Allison for this Jersey Shore team, with Allison doing the kicking and Anderson doing the punting. Brandon, defensively, who do you want to harp on here?
Hayden Packer. He's one of the better linebackers in the state. He's been able to do great production as a sophomore, and many more years to come, but tonight he's going to have to make most of the tackles, especially going to that second level.
Yeah, a lot of guys on this Jersey Shore defense that can make plays. Same with the Crestwood defense. We'll tell you about them after the anthem break here on The Bear.
McMahon Ferguson Associates Insurance Agency is your local Erie insurance agency. They handle much more than just home and auto. They serve your commercial and life insurance needs too. Ask yourself, do you own your own business? Just get married? Recently have a child? Purchase a home? How about liability and workers' comp? McMahon Ferguson Associates has products for all the above. Call 570-398-4090. McMahon Ferguson Associates Insurance Agency, 1020 Allegheny Street, Jersey Shore.
I'm Dr. Andrea Russo, a cardiologist. Maybe you're waiting to talk to your doctor right now. But if you're having an irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, don't wait. This could be a serious condition like atrial fibrillation, which can make you about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you're having these symptoms, don't wait. Talk to a doctor by phone, online, or in person.
Brought to you by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Susquehanna Trailways has part-time and full-time opportunities available for motor coach and school bus drivers. Are you recently retired? Don't want to be home all the time and enjoy travel? Become part of the Susquehanna Trailways team. Contact Susquehanna Trailways by calling 570-753-5125 or email charters@susquehannabus.com. They will train for free and offer performance bonuses too. Call Susquehanna Trailways at 570-753-5125.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents and Doug.
Where's the money, Karen?
I'm sorry, the money?
The money you saved by having Liberty Mutual customize your home insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
Oh, That money. I used it to add to my collection of clown paintings. Take a look.
Amazing. Wow. Liberty, 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 liberty. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
B.A. Meixel is a local residential, commercial, and industrial electrical contractor. With over 10 years servicing North Central Pennsylvania, B.A. Meixel has built relationships with home and business owners in Jersey Shore and beyond. Trust B.A. Meixel's trained electricians for all of your day. To find out more, B.A. Meixel Electric, a proud supporter of Jersey Shore sports.
Cutting Edge Country, WQBR, Avis Williamsport State College, 99.9 FM.
Sam Cooperman, Brandon Parker back with you on the Bear Country Sports Network. Jersey Shore football here on our Penton Automotive pregame show is set to face Crestwood here in the state quarterfinal game. Looking through the Crestwood starting lineup, and a late scratch is their quarterback, Ryan Petrotsky, the 6'2", 185 senior. He missed a few games earlier in the year with a separated shoulder, came back. One game he played receiver for Coach Arcangeli's team against Wyoming area, another tough school, the 3A reigning champ that Crestwood did beat on the way to its 8-0 record. But Petrotsky is in street clothes tonight. He has his number 3 jersey on him, but he won't be out in the field this evening. In his stead, it's Noah Schultz, who subbed for him and is used in a variety of ways, 6'1", 170. Coach Arcangeli tells me he's the better runner of the two. Petrotsky can throw it a bit better. So maybe not too many balls through the air tonight for the Comets. In turn, the backs, Jimmy Hawley, he's their leading rusher with 425 yards. He says they have about 3 or 4 backs. They don't have one guy, but Hawley gets the bulk of the carries. Caleb Benjamin is more of a shifty guy that can take it outside and make something happen. He's a 6-foot sophomore. Only 11 carries for Benjamin over the last 4 games, but with Petrotsky not in uniform, maybe that changes. Other starters, Logan Arnold, the senior tight end, a lot of seniors for Crestwood. Additionally, Paul Fiesel, Robert Knight is backing up at receiver when they go 4 receiver looks. The sophomore Knight will be out there. Brendan DeMarzo, another receiver, and Nick Kreiser. Those are the guys that will be catching passes from Schultz, and potentially third stringer Brendan Dennis this evening. The O-line left to right, Aiden Jardine, John Jones, Chris Smolanak, Matt Dean, and Josh Snyder for the Crestwood Comets. They're set to kick off the Jersey Shore. Crestwood kicking left to right in the home reds with white letters and numbers. Jersey Shore has Anderson and Allison back to return in the road whites, as Jersey Shore has Anderson on the left, Allison on the right. Kickoff from Shuzak, pops it up in the air. Jersey Shore sideline right. It skids out of play across the 30. Dugan watches it go, and a flag comes in for illegal procedure. There was a bump there towards the end, but it looks like that's just a legal procedure, and Shore ball at the 35.
Yeah, that's not the way you wanted to start it for Crestwood. I harped on it in the pregame, Penton Automotive pregame show. Every time Jersey Shore started, they've started close to the 50 or over the opponent territory and then been able to score on each of those drives. So not a good start here for Crestwood's defense.
Crestwood starts out with its 4-2-5 defense, team speed, the strength of that Crestwood D. Jersey Shore between the hashes, zone 35 on first down in the eye, opening play from scrimmage. Anderson moves left to right. Fake the pitch right. It goes to Allison. No, it goes to Packer, the fullback, and he smashes his way up to the 40 for about 5 yards. Tackled up in the middle by Urbanovich, and that's 2nd and 5 for Jersey Shore.
Yeah, good little scissors play with a power up the inside.
Jersey Shore keeps it moving on the line from its own 40 for 2nd and 5. Weary takes the snap. Rolls out right, time, floats it, bouncer incomplete at the 50. Incomplete pass to the outside, looked to be intended for Jersey Shore's Caden Hess, and that's 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he's got to make that throw if you're Brandon Weary. That's an automatic slam dunk. That's a first down. They got to make that throw.
Crestwood's defense is its strength, allowing just about 10.3 points a game. Jersey Shore also pretty similar numbers. 4 receivers set on 3rd and 5. Weary rolls right from the shotgun, delivers to the sideline, first down across the 50. There's Hess, and he breaks tackles into enemy territory. First down for the Bulldogs, up to the 48 of Crestwood for 12.
Yeah, typical short route play to Caden Hess, made the catch. Had to be careful, though. Crestwood was not set on that play.
Opening drive for Jersey Shore. Bulldogs trying to strike first. Weary with 1st and 10 at the 48 of Crestwood. Right hash. Takes the snap. Handoff on the delay. It goes to Allison. Circles the outside. Finds room up the left sideline. Block at the 40. Up to the 30. Still runs. Flag comes in. And he dives down at the 20. Eventually chopped down on the edge by DeMarzo, the strong safety. But we'll check this flag.
Yeah, great job by Allison to bump to the outside and go into get speed to the outside. Something that I was particularly worried about because defense has been able to use angles on these running backs more, but this is going to be a big hold, though, on, I believe, Owen Anderson.
Yeah, you mentioned the hold, and you can hear loud and clear through the loudspeaker here tonight at Crestwood, so in case I miss anything, in case Brandon misses anything, which he will not, but in case I do, you'll have that to check us, and I'll have that to check me. We'll replay that. It's 1st and 10 back at the 48 due to where the penalty was. So Jersey Shore keeps it right there and negate the big run as they take it from the left hash of the 48. Crestwood, 4-down lineman. Weary takes the snap from the gun. Looks right. Off balance. Delivers to Hess. Catch in traffic. No, it comes out across the 30. Initially had it, but Marcus Vini, the corner, slapped it away. 2nd and 10, Jersey Shore.
Yeah, great formation, though. We were talking about that earlier. He's holding back on his formations because he doesn't want to show it. That's a new formation. He had Caden Hessen just be able to knock the ball out of the last second. Great job by the Crestwood defense.
0-0. Played about a minute here. Jersey Shore on the opening drive, just across midfield. 2nd and 10 at the Crestwood 48. From the eye, Weary to take the snap. Anderson from the left side slot charges right. Weary takes the hip-high snap, looks right, delivers over the middle. Hess leaps and hatches it across the 40. He slapped down at the 38. That's a first down for the Bulldogs. 10, maybe 11 yards for Hess.
Yeah, we noticed about that. You talked about it earlier. Shore likes to run the same play so they can keep him off guard on the next play so they can use something completely different.
Crestwood not used to this up-tempo pace. Jersey Shore likes it that way. 3 receivers left for the Bulldogs. 1st and 10, 37 at Crestwood. Snap and a handoff. Weary to Allison, who tumbles his way across the 30, and the quick run gets him about 9 yards up to the 30-yard line. Now that's 7, so 2nd and 3, Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's my other key with the updated O-line every week. This is the O-line that I feel could really put them together.
Crestwood back on the line. Jersey Shore snaps it. Right hash of the 30 of Crestwood. Handoff from Weary goes to Allison, and he is smoked. Nowhere to go. Cole Kachalik, the Mike linebacker, just slams him down. No gain. 3rd and 3.
Yeah, that's a nice play there by Kachalik to get the angle and make sure Allison didn't bump to the outside.
Clearly 4-down territory here. Jersey Shore opening drive, trying to strike first here in the state quarterfinals. 3rd and 3, 30 at Crestwood from the gun. Similar play formation. Weary taps his left leg and brings Anderson right. Weary drops, throws to the right sideline, complete to Hess for a first down across the 20. Twisted out of bounds at the 14. Caden Hess with 16 more yards and a new set of sticks for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they're not. One thing the Crestwood's doing wrong here is they're not paying attention to Caden Hess anymore, and that's because he hasn't gotten a lot of catches and a lot of looks.
7 touchdowns for Hess, but he's been touchdown-less in the last 4 games. Been the go-to guy early with 3 catches on the opening drive. 1st and 10, Jersey Shore. 14 at Crestwood, right hash. 1 in the backfield. Weary, screen pass left. Anderson tries to get to the sideline. He's at the 10 and ushered out a play up near the 7-yard line. That was Ethan Stoltz, the safety, and that's about 7 yards for 2nd and 3 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, great blocking there by Dalton Dugan, especially. Be able to get that, stick that block on him, and Honor Anderson was able to get a nice gain off that.
9:34 mark of the first quarter here. 2nd and 3, Jersey Shore at the Crestwood 7. Left hash, 4-down lineman. Jersey Shore in the shotgun. Handoff, Allison bounces right, and then a low tackle grabs him at the 5. DeMarzo and company were there from their safety spot, and it's 3rd and about 1 for Jersey Shore.
Yeah, no doubt. This is 4-down territory if we're talking about Coach Tom Gravish, but this is going to be an obvious run play for sure.
1 in the backfield, Allison to the right hip of Weary. From the right side slot, charges Dugan. Weary, hands off, Allison, left side, tries to spring forward. It'll be awfully close at the 4. Running left side, and Harding, the defensive end, was there, and I don't think he got it. It'll be 4th and inches for Jersey Shore unless they bring out a measurement.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to bring out a measurement. If you're sure, I just let it go. Go ahead, go for the play, run a play.
Well, they're clearly going to go for it. Jersey Shore does try a different formation. Allison sprints off the field, as does Dugan. Bringing the fullback, Hayden Packer. Packer's been used a lot in these spots. 4th and 1, left hash of the Crestwood 5 on the opening drive. Weary under center. Barks, hard count. That's a flag. Jersey Shore gets a first down. Nicely done by the Bulldogs. They've chewed up 3.5 minutes of clock, and they get a new set of sticks for 1st and goal.
Yeah, Crestwood's one of those teams that tries to jump the snap way too early, and that time got him to jump off sides.
And it worked well. Clearly, Jersey Shore was set to go for it, and they've induced a lot of those, it feels like, Brandon.
Yeah, they have, and it's just how hard that Brandon Weary's snapping the ball.
1st and goal from just inside the 3-yard line of Crestwood. Lots of opportunities for Jersey Shore here to find pay dirt. Offset I formation. Packer the fullback, Allison the tailback. Weary, hands off to Packer, tries to push the pile up the middle. Wait for the call, he's in. Touchdown, Jersey Shore. Hayden Packer gets across the goal line, 6-0.
Yeah, that was probably a really productive drive. Nice handoff there to Hayden Packer, be able to power it in. But you notice that Shore went up tempo, but they were also able to drain some clock off of this.
They were, and it's been nearly 4 minutes for them on this cold night. Keep the defense out on the field. The defense doesn't get a chance to breathe, and Jersey Shore has 6 points and potentially one more. Cam Allison was 6 of 7 on point afters last week. He'll try to keep up those ways. It was big in the quarterfinal game last year against Pottsville. Low snap this time. Allison banks it down off the crossbar, and it's no good. Cam Allison's kick was low, and it's 6-0 Jersey Shore. Bulldogs score first, courtesy of sophomore fullback Hayden Packer, in for the 6th time this year. Back on the Bear right after this here from Crestwood High School.
Since 1925, Erie Insurance has been providing protection for you and your family. Auto, home, life, business, and flood insurance. Annuities, too. Get a great price and the service you expect from Erie Insurance. Available from your local Erie agent, Figure Insurance Agency in Lock Haven, serving the area for the last 56 years. Find out why over 90% of Erie Insurance customers renew year after year. 570-748-3570. Get a free quote. Figure Insurance Agency, 511 East Church Street, Lock Haven.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
Back to Crestwood High School. Sam Cooperman, Brandon Barker with you. Jersey Shore answers first on the opening drive. 1-yard touchdown plunge from Hayden Packer, and it's 6-0 Jersey Shore. Kickoff right to left, courtesy of Deja Vu, our kickoff sponsor. Christmas open house next Saturday. Check them out at 256 Allegheny Street, Jersey Shore. Brandon just pointed this out to me and is absolutely on the money. We'll have a little more time on these kickoffs as we have TV timeouts tonight. The folks at WYLN in Hazleton are doing a great broadcast of this, so we'll have to wait for that, which gives us more time to yap, and it gives both teams more time to reset out on the turf.
Yeah, they are, and let's go back to that drive. Jersey Shore went and just used the running game as much as they could. They got the running game where Allison to bump outside and make people miss.
Allison to kick off with the left foot, going right to left. The return men are Kreiser and DeMarzo in the red for Crestwood. Line drive, right side, fielded out of a hop at the 10. It is Kreiser, scurries up the right sideline across the 30, and he's smushed around the 35. Jersey Shore has a pile there, and it looked to be Cooper Peacock and company in the vicinity. First down across the 35 for Crestwood, down 6-0 here.
Yeah, for as much as Jersey Shore's had to kick off recently in the past couple weeks, they've been able to really step up their special teams and they've been able to get a lot of good tackles out in space.
6-0 on our Jersey Shore State Bank scoreboard. We appreciate the support of Jersey Shore State Bank making tonight's broadcast possible. Visit jssb.com for more info on their products and services. It's Schultz, the QB here. Petronsky is out. 1st and 10 on 35, right hash in the eye. Schultz takes the snap, hand off the deep back. Hawley runs up the middle, but no room there. He is plastered backwards. It's Hayden Packer, Brandon's key player defensively in our pregame segment, and it's only a 1-yard run for 2nd and 9.
Yeah, because Gabe Packer's a little bit better in coverage than Hayden Packer, so Gabe's going to stay more back a little bit with coverage, and they're going to send Hayden as much as they can inside that hole. Great job to recognize the gap and be able to make that tackle behind the line.
7:50 and counting first quarter. Jersey Shore ate up nearly 4 minutes of clock on that opening drive, and Crestwood tries to respond here with their backup quarterback. Schultz to take the snap in the shotgun set, has 1 right, 2 left. Hawley next to him in the backfield. High snap, catches it with his right hand. Design run up the left side and only gets another yard or so. Tried to pick his way over left guard, and Jersey Shore had Dugan on the stop. 3rd and 8 for Crestwood.
Yeah, nice play there by Dalton Dugan to take off the left tackle, be able to shed that block and go out and make the tackle out in space.
And it's a very different pace for Crestwood, which is why they don't want to get behind schedule, says their coach, Ryan Arcangeli, because they'll send their quarterback to the sideline every time, says he's not into that spread stuff, says that's not Northeastern PA football, a little yapping before the game from him. 3rd and 8 at their own 37, so they'll take time between plays is really what that chalks up to. Kreiser, the lone man to the right for them, and a timeout comes from the sideline. It seemed like Crestwood needs to talk some things over as they're down 6-0 and they find themselves in a precarious spot. We'll take a quick break. This timeout presented by Ballbirds Brewing Company, newest watering hole here in Jersey Shore. Open Wednesday through Sunday, 220 Schaefer Lane in Jersey Shore. We're back to Crestwood in a few minutes on the Bear Country Sports Network. Crestwood down 6-0. 3rd and 8 at its own 37, halfway through the first.
You're probably not ready for winter, but we are. Hollick's Coal and Fuel Oil Service has been a Jersey Shore fixture since 1950. Hollick's is known for its fast and reliable service. We provide coal, heating oil, kerosene, mixed kerosene, and off-road diesel. 5 different sizes of coal, all stored under roof for the highest quality. Hollick's Coal and Fuel Oil Service, 248 Locust Street in Jersey Shore, 570-398-1190, and online at hollickscoalandoil.com.
Read the latest Good News Positively Pets magazine anytime. Go to bearcountrygoodnews.com, published every month by Bear 99.9 FM.
3rd and 8, Crestwood on 37. Sam Cooperman, Brandon Barker with you. 6-0 Jersey Shore. 6:51 to go first quarter. Crestwood just used its first time out of this state quarterfinal game on their opening drive, and they want to really find a way to avoid a 3-and-out here. They have their backup quarterback in the game, Brandon.
Yeah, and they run the ball too much, and we'll have to see what they can be able to do on pass.
3rd and 8, on 37. From the right side slot, they bring a receiver left. Keeper, Schultz tries to tippy-toe across the 40. He slips up about the 42, a yard shy of the sticks, as Cooper Peacock from his cornerback spot slid in for the tackle, 4th and 1.
Yeah, first of all, I want to commend on the job there by Quincy Myers. He was able to kind of slow Schultz down, able to get his hand out there just to reach on him, pulled him a tiny bit, slowed him down, and was able for Cooper Peacock to come and make a tackle. Biggest decision here of the game right now, whether they want to go for it on 4th down or not. This is no man's territory. So.
Well, the offense is out there, so at least they're showing that they're going for it, as they have Harding, the fullback, on the right side, hand in the ground for an extra blocker. They have Romanoski, the fullback, blocking for Hawley over the middle, finds a seam, and he has it. He's across. Brandon might not think so up here, but where the line judge has him, that's a first down of 1.5 yards up the middle. Big call by Ryan Arcangeli, putting his cards on the table, and he cashes in.
Yeah, he almost didn't get it there, but I guess by the second effort, he must have got the first down.
6-0 deficit, Crestwood opening drive, and they try to maneuver the ball upfield. 1st and 10 at their own 46. Right hash, offset I formation. Schultz takes the snap. Hawley over the right side, and he gets tripped up at the 49, 3-yard gain outside the numbers. And the Packers are there, along with help from Quincy Myers for 2nd and 7.
Yeah, when you're playing against a Power I team, the biggest thing that killed Jersey Shore last year against Dallas is they weren't able to come up and make the tackle on the second field.
And bad news for Jersey Shore, Gabe Packer is slowly getting off the field. That's Jersey Shore's leading tackler in that 5-2 defense, coached by defensive coordinator Alex Jackson. And that means Jared Polsky will come in now to take his spot next to Gabe's brother, Hayden. So we'll see what Polsky can do. A guy Brandon I know personally was very high on coming into the year.
Yeah, he's a really good player.
2nd and 7 on 49 after that substitution. Crestwood going left to right, right hash in the I formation. Snap to Schultz. Hawley gets the call again, runs up the middle, trying to go right initially, swerved up the gut and lunges to the 49 at Jersey Shore. For 2 more yards, make it 3rd and 5.
Yeah, that was a nice, still running their basic offense, doing what they need to. I like how they're getting the plays in and getting to the quarterback as quickly as they can, and they're not taking the time for sure to set up defensively, but a great job on the inside there to stop the run.
Opening drive for Crestwood. Jersey Shore scored on its first possession, and we're already halfway through the first quarter. 4:40 to go in the first frame. 3rd and 5 on 49 here for Crestwood. Schultz, the backup QB under center. Only 1 out left, and there's a whistle pre-snap. That might be a false start. The lone man out left was Paul Fiesel. Everybody else was on the line. Would have been interesting to see what Coach Arcangeli had up his sleeve, but the offensive line does no help there.
Well, it kind of makes the situation a little bit different now. Now you're at 3rd and long. It's what Shore has been able to do all year long. Keep them at 3rd and distance, where they have to set up for the throw. And Shore defensively can set up in more of a pass coverage than they do a run. That's why they've been so successful on defense and holding teams down to less points.
Could be the first pass of the game for Noah Schultz. We have not seen the Comets pass thus far. And their starting quarterback coming into tonight, Ryan Petrosky, is out.
Watch the tight end on this, Sam.
Arnold is the tight end as he stands in the right side slot. Nobody out wide there. And a whistle before the snap. It came from the back. It might be another false start. Let's wait and see.
Either false start or maybe delay game.
And is delay a game, Brandon? You're right on the money. The struggles continue for Crestwood. It's their opening drive, and this only gets worse here because they've already eaten up a lot of time. They've taken up over 4 minutes, and they're down 6-0, and they don't seem inclined to throw the ball.
Yeah.
Or at least willingly. 3rd and 15 at their own 41 here due to back-to-back penalties offensively. Fullback is Romanowski. Schultz takes the snap, backs up, time delivers to Romanowski out of the backfield, and he's crunched after a 2-yard gain up to the 42. It's Hayden Packer on the stop, and a punt ensuing here for Crestwood.
Yeah, great defensive series there by Shore. Look, the penalties really changed what Arcangeli was going to do offensively. So he ended up going with a little screen pass to the running back and go short and just give it away to the offense and let their defense go after it. Jared Palski doing a really good job as a linebacker filling in for Gabe Packer.
We'll have to see what happens with Packer. He's also the long snapper for Jersey Shore. It's Arnold on to punt. High snap to him. Time gives it a boom. Wind must be going his way. It travels deep to Shore's 12. Caught by Dugan near the left side hash mark. Tries to swerve up the middle, and he's wrapped up about the 17. Have about 5 or 6 Comets on top of him. Press him to the fresh new turf here at Crestwood. And Jersey Shore starts inside its 20 on its second drive of the game.
Yeah, this is one of the positions that Shore hasn't been. They haven't been back in the 20 that often this year. This would be nice to see, what they can do offensively. And last time, let's keep making the note of it, they drained 4 minutes off the clock for a team that goes really fast.
6-0 Shore lead, 3:02 mark of the first quarter. State quarterfinal game. Winner gets Lampeter Strasburg or Elko next week in the state semifinals. Shore was there last year against Dallas after beating Pottsville in triple overtime in the quarters. 1st and 10, own 20 is where they spot it. Weary under center, offset eye. Anderson, the one man left, trots right. Pitch right. Allison up the middle, cuts through, breaks an ankle tackle at the 25, and backs his way up to the 29 and maybe even more. Great run by Cam Allison, puts him at 2nd and inches after Stoltz eventually pushes him down.
Yeah, nice run there up the inside. Being able to make break tackles is what he does best.
2nd and 1, Jersey Shore, their own 29. Weary in the eye again. Stretch handoff right. Allison rumbles forward for a first down, and he's hogtied at the 33. That's 4 more yards for Cam Allison's stat line, and the Bulldogs get a new set of sticks.
Yeah, I want to make note of it. I love Cam Allison's patience behind the blockers, be able to find the hole and go up in the inside. Great first down run here for Shore.
Little Le'Veon Bell-esque there. 1st and 10 on 33. Shore from the right hash. In the eye, Weary, roll out right, one pump, wants to launch, he does for Hess up the right sideline, Vini in coverage, and the ball slips out. Hess nearly had it at the 30 of Crestwood, but he couldn't control it, and Vini, the top corner for Crestwood, gets the job done, make it 2nd and 10 Jersey Shore back at their own 33.
Yeah, that's going to be one of the matchups we watch tonight, how well Vini does against Caden Hess, because they're going to target him a lot. But you have to be careful, though. You put your top corner on Caden Hess, and Owen Anderson somehow beats you deep.
Crestwood, defensively, team speed is its strength. 2nd and 10 at the own 33 for Jersey Shore. Peacock moves in motion from the left from the shotgun. Weary faces pressure from Harding, takes off right side, hurdles a man, and he's down at the 38. Ball pops out after, but they'll say he was down first. Weary sprinted forward for 5 yards. We've seen his mobility improve as the season's prolonged, and it's a 5 or 4 yard gain for 3rd and manageable for Jersey Shore.
I believe, is that Hayden Packer coming up limping now?
I can't see from here. We'll try to get a better look at that, Brandon, but
it's Eddie Woodring.
It's Eddie Woodring. Nobody's coming off the field unless I missed a quick...
No, he got tackled when he was trying to pick up the ball and kind of came up limping, so I want to make a note of that.
One of those scrambles that doesn't go down for anything, but it's 3rd and 6 Jersey Shore, own 38, under 2 to play first quarter. Weary Snap from the gun, screen pass left, and he bounces it to Anderson. That was not the intention, and a 3-and-out for Jersey Shore after Brendan Weary can't deliver the ball to his second leading wide receiver.
Yeah, he's got to – I'm not harping on Brendan Weary. You know, it's early in the game and it's cold. It's hard to throw the ball in the wind, but he's got to be a little bit more accurate with this ball. So you can't, throw him so low for these guys.
Jersey Shore on to punt with Anderson. He'll take it from the right hash. See who the long snapper is because Gabe Packer came up limping before. One man back to return as it's DeMarzo. The punt sails, wobbles right side at the numbers of the 40 on Crestwood's side and takes a nosedive there down to the 35. Hayden Packer, evidently fine, gets down to touch that ball. So Crestwood back at its own 35. Minute and change to go first quarter. Still in a 6-0 hole, trying to even the score and take a lead if it executes on special teams too.
Yeah, and if they burst on this drive, they've got to be able to run the ball consistently. I know Shore's doing a great job filling the holes, especially Hayden Packer filling the inside holes, but if Crestwood wants to keep continuing, they've got to be able to power the ball inside, get movement, and be at 3rd and manageable. We can't be at 3rd and long because you don't have that much in your arsenal.
3 receivers set. It's Fiesel out wide right, and in the right side slot, it's Kreiser. High snap for Schultz on 1st and 10 at his own 35. Hops up the middle, leans to the 40, and he's splattered there. Tackle from behind by Jersey Shore's Samar, the nose tackle. 5 yards, 2nd and 5.
Now, I know it was in garbage time when they played Mifflinburg, but still, the one thing that Shore defensively wasn't really prepared for is a QB run. And I feel like that's what Crestwood's going to try to do more often now, so they're going to have to sit back and play a little bit more zone than they are used to.
Pottsville had a quarterback by the name of Damon Yost last year in the quarterfinals against Jersey Shore. Mobile quarterback, gave them some problems. 2nd and 5, own 40 for Crestwood. Schultz takes the snap at the numbers, design run up the middle, and he powers to the 43. Samar gets him at the ankles, and help comes over the top. 3rd and short for Crestwood this time. Find themselves where they want to be as far as down in distance.
Yeah, and all they have to do here is throw a short pass or something on the inside. That's, nothing too fancy has to go on here for a 3rd and short.
And they don't have to run a play to end this first quarter if they don't want to, and it doesn't seem like they're inclined to as the red jersey stayed huddle up. Jersey Shore defensively is ready to pounce should the Comets' plans change, but it looks like Coach Ryan Arcangeli, first time for him as a head coach in the postseason, says, no, we're good. Let's go to the second quarter. So we'll do the same. 6-0 Jersey Shore lead. Hayden Packer, 3-yard touchdown plunge is the only thing separating these two undefeated teams here in the state quarterfinals. Back on the Bear right after this here from Mountaintop.
Mama's home cooking has never tasted so good. Go to Coots's Kitchen, 318 Wilson Street in Jersey Shore for homemade soups, oil, deli sides, baked goods, and more. Coots's cheesesteaks will have you hooked. Fudge season is just around the corner, too. All of this at reasonable prices. 570-398-8180 for your takeout order. Coots's Kitchen, Tuesday through Saturday, 10 till 8. Coots's Kitchen, Mama's homemade goodness. Go Bulldogs.
Cutting Edge Country on WQBR.
Back to Crestwood High School here in Mountaintop, Pennsylvania. 6-0 Jersey Shore lead, start of the second quarter in this state quarterfinal game in the Quad A bracket. Sam Cooperman, Brandon Barker with you. The sides of the field change as Crestwood now marches right to left. They have 3rd and 3 at their own 42 on their second drive of the game here in the 6-0 hole on our Jersey Shore State Bank scoreboard. We appreciate them. Visit jssb.com for more info on their products and services. Crestwood in the home ketchup red and whites. They're set to start with their backup quarterback, Noah Schultz, on the field. Ryan Petrosky was a late scratch tonight, I guess you can say. Who knows what happened in practice? Maybe a little decoy from Coach Arcangeli. I spoke to him this week. 3rd and 3 on 42, right hash. High snap. Schultz from the gun, runs right, doesn't want to throw. Now he does. Low ball to the sideline. Let's see if it's complete. And it was DeMarza who was there, but the ball was incomplete, out of bounds on the low throw, 4th down.
Yeah, and that's kind of what Shore does there. They kind of do a little bit of a bootleg, and they throw it out to the outside, but couldn't execute it there on that play, and they're going to have to punt again.
So here is Arnold, Logan Arnold, the senior, who does the punting for this Crestwood team, as it's Romanowski on for the long snap. He'll punt it, standing just inside his own 30. Jersey Shore with Dugan and Anderson back as the return men. Clean snap. Arnold approaches, delivers. High punt, stays in the air. Caught on a fly at the 22 by Dugan. Sheds one tackle, then a second, and then he stumbles to the 30 with the flag coming in as Dugan was placed on the ground. We'll check the marker, but for now, Jersey Shore at its own 30 going left to right.
Yeah, that's going to be a nice field position for sure. This penalty could be either 3 holding illegal block or maybe a face mask.
Yeah, there's a lot of different options as to what this can be. Jersey Shore scored on the opening drive, was able to get this Crestwood team to jump on a 4th and short, and that enabled Jersey Shore with goal to go inside the 5, and Hayden Packer powered it in. Jersey Shore has the penalty on them. We'll get this called out to us in a moment, but Jersey Shore will start behind its own 30.
Yep, it'll be a holding call, is what I heard correctly.
So that's a hold on the Dalton Dugan return, and instead of starting at the 30, they'll be backed up from the spot of the foul, and that places them at about the 13. 1st and 10, left to right. Jersey Shore at its own 13. 6-0 lead in hand. 11:43 to go first half.
Yeah, this is the first time that, well, probably the second time this year that they started back this far. And the first time it was very successful for a touchdown.
1st and 10, and the shotgun set. Weary to take it. Allison to his right hip. It's a jet sweep to the near side. Here goes to Anderson, who now started to throw, but then doesn't, and he's leveled out of bounds. Anderson looked to throw, but Kakalachik just blast him out of play. No gain, 2nd and long.
Yeah, nice play design there. Be able to use Owen Anderson and maybe some kind of fake and throw it to Caden Hess, but didn't work. The Crestwood defense was on it, and now Shore, not very favorable field position right now.
Spot him back a yard. 2nd and 11 at their own 12 for Jersey Shore, a Bulldogs team that is averaging over 40 points a game on the year, playing some tough competition tonight. 2nd and 11 for Jersey Shore at the right hash. Weary, hip-high snap, screen pass right. It's Hess on the short side of the field, and he's pushed out of play at the 14 after a 2-yard gain, as Jersey Shore has 3rd and 9 after the DeMarza stop.
Yeah, and that's just a conservative screenplay. Try to be able to get something towards Caden Hess, and not very successful here. Now they got a big 3rd down here to convert.
So you got up to the 16 for 3rd and 8. Jersey Shore gains 4 yards there. Weary to take the snap. Fans rumble the bleachers. 4-down lineman for Crestwood. 3rd and 8. Weary evades pressure to the right side. Has to keep it. Floats it up at the last minute. That's a flag as Hess catches and bounces to the 31. And the ball comes out after. And we'll see what happens. But this won't matter. That's an illegal forward pass as far as I can see by Weary.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be, depending on what the rules are, I think illegal forward pass doesn't, if it's on the play, if he fumbles it, it could be their ball. So we'll have to see what they say, as Caden Hess came up really slow on that one.
He did. The ball popped out. As we tried to explain that, the ball popped out and was recovered by Crestwood. The offense looks like it's staying out there, so we'll wait and see here as to what they say. And they do call the illegal forward pass. And Crestwood, after all, is able to take over on the fumble. And here go the Comets fans, awfully happy. 10:46 to go, first half. Crestwood takes over at the Jersey Shore. We'll see where they put him, but it should be inside the Bulldog 30. And they put it right on the edge of that, the 31, after Hess coughed it up.
Yeah, now you got to trade places here. You've got to be able to just relax, go back over to defense as we see Brady Jordan coming for Caden Hess on corner.
So Hess maybe got banged up, like you said, Brandon. 1st and 10, Crestwood. After the takeaway at the 31 of Jersey Shore, left hash. From the I formation, Schultz hands off. Hawley tries to go sideline, but he has nowhere to go. Roped up by Jordan and company, and Polsky as well. 2 backups coming in with key guys injured, Gabe Packer and now Caden Hess, and make it 2nd and 10 from there.
And that's what they need to do. They need to be able to have these backups come in and just keep producing. Don't worry about, what the score is. Don't worry about where the ball is. Just go out there and play defense.
In a crowd, they'll say Hawley was able to muscle forward for 2 yards. That puts him at the 29 of Jersey Shore for 2nd and 8. They set up with Schultz under center. Romanowski is the fullback. Hawley the tailback. To the left side, DeMarzo. Handoff again. Hawley over left guard, and he runs into a crowd. Nothing to do. Lee Springman tugs him down and yanks him to the turf. No gain. They'll say he lost a yard for 3rd and 8.
Yeah, good pressure by the inside defensive line. Been able to get those linemen back into the running back's lane. Had to cut inside, and those linebackers, especially Lee Springman, had to make his tackle, but also open up the hole for the linebackers to go try and make a tackle.
6-0 Jersey Shore, but Crestwood driving after taking it away after a Caden Hess fumble on an illegal forward pass. 3rd and 9 at the 30 of Jersey Shore. Schultz under center. Jersey Shore showing blitz, and it's 5-2 front. Schultz takes the snap, play action, steps up, delivers a lob over the middle that's slapped away, incomplete by Cam Allison. It was intended for Kreiser, and they'll say Cooper Peacock was actually the one that got his hands on it. Great play by the sophomore to save what would have been a walk-in touchdown.
Yeah, and he's really stepped up his game lately. On that side, they've been targeting him because Caden Hess had so many interceptions. They targeted Cooper Peacock on that, came up, they got a little bit behind, caught up, and swatted the ball away. Big 4th down call here by Arcangeli to be able to see what he can do on 4th down.
Well, they're not kicking a 47-yard field goal, so they're set to go for it. Schultz back on the line. Left hash of the 30 of Jersey Shore. Tries a hard count, nothing doing. Play fake from the single back. Looks right, keeps it, finds a hole on his feet. 1st and more, and he leaps a man at the 15. How about that? The stones of this Comets team and Noah Schultz for 15 yards and a 1st down.
Yeah, one of the big things. So he used that bootleg play, couldn't find anything, waited for a hole to open and just blasted right through it in the short defense. Didn't even realize where he was at.
And all of a sudden, Crestwood inside the 20 of Jersey Shore. Under 9 to play first half. They could take the lead as Jersey Shore missed the PAT after its opening touchdown. 1st and 10, 15 of Jersey Shore near the right hash. Arcangeli sends everybody to the left side. Schultz takes the snap, hands off out left. Hawley has nowhere to go and slammed down by Myers. Tried to change course, but Quincy Myers says, I'll take a TFL of 5+ yards. 2nd and 15, Crestwood back at the 20.
Ooh, you can see how fired up he is about that. Look, he came into the inside, got off his block, and went in and got the tackle there. Nice job by Quincy Myers in this defense.
Nowhere to go, and that's not what you want to do when you find yourself in that field position. 2nd and 15, though. It's 4-down territory unless they want a field goal. And it's 6-0 Jersey Shore. Crestwood going right to left. From the left hash of the 20. Schultz takes the snap from the gun, fakes it right, keeps it left, has a lane, 10-5, and he waltzes in. How about Noah Schultz, 20 yards and a score? And apparently we're at a hockey game with the sound in the field of play, and it's 6-6.
Yeah, nice run there by Dalton Schultz there. Used the read option, got to the outside and found a hole and got the touchdown. Shore defensively, they got to play a little bit more zone. They got to relax and come back a little bit. If you know he's going to run, you got to be aware of him.
If this PAT goes through by Ethan Shudak, this would be only the 2nd team this year to have a lead on Jersey Shore in a game. They'll wait for the Romanowski snap, and they'll have DeMarzo down to hold. And might be a scoreboard issue here. The team names went silent for a second, and now they pop back on in red here at Crestwood. And now we're set. Jersey Shore will try to block this thing. Shudak, 90% on the year. Snap off center. It's held, and it pops through. That lollipop goes in from Shudak, and that's enough for Crestwood to overtake Jersey Shore. The Bulldogs score on their opening drive in the first quarter, and now with 8:01 to go first half, Crestwood up 7-6. Back on the Bear right after this from Mountaintop as Jersey Shore plays Crestwood in the state quarterfinals.
Susquehanna Trailways has part-time and full-time opportunities available for motor coach and school bus drivers. Are you recently retired? Don't want to be home all the time and enjoy travel? Become part of the Susquehanna Trailways team. Contact Susquehanna Trailways by calling 570-753-5125 or email charters@susquehannabus.com. They will train for free and offer performance bonuses too. Call Susquehanna Trailways at 570-753-5125.
Read the latest Good News Positively Pets magazine anytime. Go to BearCountryGoodNews.com. Published every month by Bear 99.9 FM.
Sam Cooperman, Brandon Barker with you. Jersey Shore football down 7-6 after Crestwood gets a 20-yard rushing touchdown from QB Noah Schultz as he finds pay dirt for the 4th time this year. Kickoff right to left from Shudak, courtesy of our sponsor, Deja Vu. tumbles inside the Jersey Shore 5. Allison with the misdirection, hands off to Anderson, slips up 15, jumps, gets past the 20, and he's bottled up right about there. Owen Anderson on that little handoff that Jersey Shore is so known for, and saw the Tennessee Titans run last night on Thursday Night Football, gets up to the 20, and they go left to right from there, trying to come back down 7-6.
Yeah, that fake's not really working as well as they wanted it to, as we see Owen Anderson come off the field. Another key player for sure coming off the field.
Let's talk about injuries. Gabe Packer, Jersey Shore's linebacker, went down first quarter. Leading receiver Caden Hess was out, but he lines up out wide right now. And Dugan is the man on the other side. 1st and 10 at their own 19 from the eye. Weary, hands off. Allison breaks one tackle, gets to the second level, and he tabletops there at the 25. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, great speed on the inside there. Cameron Allison to burst up the middle and almost make another guy miss. He is one of the better running backs here in District 4.
7:30 and counting to go first half. 2nd and 4 Jersey Shore at its own 25. Right hash from the eye. Weary, 3-step drop, lobs it, far side. Dugan drops it. It was right at the numbers, and he slams his head in frustration as he may have had a chance at a first down if he grabbed it, but it's 3rd and 4.
Yeah, right now for sure what's plaguing him is they're not catching the ball as well. And, Brandon Weary, he's throwing a couple good ones, but he's also not throwing them where they need to be.
Can't imagine 35-degree weather is ideal to catch a football. 3rd and 4 on 25 for Jersey Shore here in a 1-point hole. Weary. Play fake, rolls right, pressure that side, takes it up the middle, has to keep it, and the ball pops out near the sideline. We'll see who has it. Crestwood is signaling for it about the 27. Let's wait and see if the Comets take it away again. No signal, but a flag.
Yeah, it's going to be sideline interference or a sideline warning. Referees don't like that. Yeah, get excited because there might be a turnover, but they get excited, they get upset. So this might go in favor for Jersey Shore.
We'll wait and see the call. And they do call that sideline warning, and they'll just give Weary the progress he was able to accrue, and that got him to about the 27 or so to make it 4th and 2 instead of 4th and 4 where it was, but that's not enough, and Jersey Shore's inside its own 30. This would be a massive gamble that Coach Tom Gravish says, no thanks, I'm good. He sends his punt unit out to send it away from their own 27, and last week in the district finals against Shamokin, Owen Anderson, the team's starting punter, did not have to punt once. Only the backup Nick Williams did, but here sets up from his own 15. Initially was further back, now stands up a little closer, and a flag comes in all the way back at the Crestwood 30, so we'll assess that penalty marker. It's a delay game on the Jersey Shore Bulldogs, and while it's a factor here, if Jersey Shore was trying to get Crestwood to jump, you take the 5 yards every time at that point.
Yeah, you do, because you're just putting it back further for your punter to punt it away.
Still plenty of time for Crestwood to try to make a run up as DeMarzo stands at its own 37. Clean snap to Anderson, and it tumbles right to midfield. Takes a side hop there, and it rolls back to Jersey Shore territory as Polsky and company get up to it at about the 49. So right across the midfield stripe, Crestwood right to left, up 7-6.
Yeah, and right now here, defensively, if you're sure, you've got to be able to account for Schultz here running the ball. You have to be able to play a little bit of zone. I understand you don't have Gabe Packer, but you're going to have to switch Hayden Packer over to maybe going after the quarterback and Palski being the guy to blitz.
2-8-0 teams battling for a chance to go to the state semifinals. Crestwood up 7-6. 1st and 10, Jersey Shore 49 between the hashes. In the shotgun, low snap goes through Schultz's legs, and Myers recovers it for Jersey Shore. Back at the Crestwood 43. What a blunder from the Comets, and Jersey Shore takes it right back over across midfield.
Yeah, what a great play by Quincy Myers there. Drops it on the ball right away. It looked like Schultz was going to get it back, and Quincy Myers hustles to the ball and gets the ball for sure offensively.
Backup quarterback in for Crestwood with Ryan Petrotsky out, and Smolinac snapped it a little low, way low because it bounced on the turf, and off the short hop, Schultz couldn't pick it up. 1st and 10, Jersey Shore, 43 of Crestwood, 6:18 to go first half. Weary from the I formation, brings Anderson to the right side slot. Pitch right, Allison weaves through the defense, and a side tackle blasts him at the 39 for 4 yards. 2nd and 6, Jersey Shore on the run outside the numbers.
Yeah, the running game for sure has not been the issue tonight. It's been the passing game, and to your point, yes, it is really cold and it's hard to throw the ball.
Yeah, I'd say so. Thankfully, we're inside tonight. 2nd and 6, 39 of Crestwood, right hash. Weary from the eye, pitches left. Allison breaks one tackle in the backfield, but then everybody pounces on him. Dean, etc. Just so many big red bodies get there, and maybe a half-yard gain for 3rd and 5 at the 39 of Crestwood.
Yeah, defensively for Crestwood, what they're doing, they're rotating each other guys, and they're kind of switching them all around.
Jersey Shore between the hashes has Weary to snap it from the gun. And he watches as Anderson moves from the left side slot. Takes it on the jet sweep. Outside the numbers, 40, breaks a tackle, 30, 25, 20. There he goes. Owen Anderson has scored a touchdown in every Jersey Shore game this year. That's number 16 on the year for him. And the score moves in Jersey Shore's favor.
Wow, we finally see the speed of Owen Anderson going up the sideline, got a wide open lane, and just pulled it in for a touchdown. And that's an incredible stat there, having a touchdown in every single game this year. That's 9 games for sure.
Yeah, he had 4 last game. And Jersey Shore goes for 2 here with the score 12-7 after missing the extra point on the first touchdown. Weary to take the snap from the shotgun. 3 receivers right. Allison in the backfield. Rolls right. Delivers a high pass that's in and out of Hess's hands. It was slapped away by Vini. Man, this corner can play. And Jersey Shore is stuck on a 5-point lead. But a lead nonetheless after Crestwood had the ball at midfield. 12-7, Jersey Shore leads. Crestwood ball, 5:19 to go first half. Fun one in the state quarterfinals here in Mountaintop. And you're listening to it on the Bear Country Sports Network.
Call 570-753-5722. TLC Fuels, a family-owned business since 1998, serving residential, farm, and commercial customers from their Jersey Shore location just off of Route 220 at the Pine Creek exit. Fuel oil, diesel, and gasoline, hard coal. TLC Fuels dedicated to providing friendly, satisfying service to all of their customers. TLC Fuels proud to be a supporter of the Jersey Shore Bulldogs. 570-753-5722.
Cutting Edge Country on WQBR.
Sam Cooperman, Brandon Barker back with you at Crestwood Area High School in Mountaintop, PA. 12-7 Jersey Shore, 39-yard touchdown run by Owen Anderson puts the Bulldogs on top of the Comets. 2 undefeated teams trying to go to the state semifinals. We'll have an update on the other semifinal game in a few minutes. Brandon pulls that up now, and Jersey Shore kicks off left to right in the Road Whites, courtesy of our friends over at Deja Vu. Check out their Christmas open house next weekend in Jersey Shore. Allison, the lefty, is set to boot it away. As back to return, it's DeMarzo and Kreiser. Right hand up. Allison charges forward. The kick is a line drive. Bounces at the 20. Kreiser picks it up. And he scoots up to the 20, 25, breaks an ankle tackle at the 30, and then he accelerates up to the 34, where he ultimately falls down. About their own 35 is where Crestwood has it. That's where they've had it after every Jersey Shore kickoff tonight. And with 5:13 to go first half, Crestwood goes right to left, down 5.
Yeah, they got to be able to, use the running game a little bit more. Now that they have Dalton Schultz more involved in the run game, they can kind of be able to hand the ball off more to their running backs, get a speed. Let's get that score update in the semifinal. Right now, it's at halftime because we started this game a little bit later than they did. Elko, which is East Lebanon Co. They are up 3-0 over Lampeter Strasburg.
Ooh, they're the 2 seed in the District 3 final. Co stands for county. 1st and 10 on 33. Crestwood at the right hash. Schultz under center. They bring in Benjamin, the backup running back. In, he takes the carry, runs right side, off tackle, and a good push for him, gets to the 39 before he's blasted by Peacock, and that makes it 2nd and 4 for Crestwood.
Yeah, they're getting manageable yards here on the inside. They're able to power the ball, being able to use their big offensive line, pushing people around, but we still haven't seen a big run, and I don't think we've seen the shifty guy yet.
3 turnovers between these teams, and Crestwood is taken away too. Jersey Shore had a fumble recovery moments ago, and that led to a touchdown. 2nd and 4 Crestwood on 39, I formation. Schultz, handoff, and it doesn't get very far, only to the 40, and it is Benjamin who ultimately kept it. Wasn't sure if he or the fullback took it, but only a yard up the middle, and that's 3rd and 3 here for Crestwood.
Now, the last time Crestwood was in a 3rd down situation, they got 2 penalties against them. They got a false start and then a delay game, so it ended up changing exactly what they needed to do offensively. But if you're Coach Ryan Archinelli, you got to be able to just come out confident with what you're going to call.
3rd and 3 at their own 40 between the hashes. Schultz initially lines up under center, and then he backs up into a bit of a pistol set. Benjamin to his right side. Everybody to the left. Harding is one of the guys there. Handoff, Benjamin, hop step, leans for the line to gain, and he has it. He lunges up to the 44. That's a 4-yard run, needed 3. Move the chains for Crestwood.
Yeah, Crestwood got a really strong guy. He pulls his way up the middle, just gets a big first down gain, and barely gets the first down.
I don't know if Coach was lying to me or what, because he said Caleb Benjamin's the guy they run on the outside, and Hawley's the guy they'll bring up the middle, and they've done just the opposite tonight, but Benjamin picks up tough yardage there, and he stays on this series. 1st and 10, own 44 for Crestwood after picking up the first down. Jersey Shore with 5 down linemen showing blitz. Low snap again, but picked up by Schultz, and he actually gets back to the line of scrimmage before a pile forms on top of him. And that's the second time there's been a snapping issue tonight, as Chris Smolanek may be subbed out soon if this continues. The ball hit the ground, but wisely Schultz got underneath it, scooped it up, and maybe gained a quarter of a yard for 2nd and 10.
Yeah, wisely scooped it up, but you also have to take into a fact that, Smolanek has worked with Petrovsky more this season than Schultz, so it's going to be off a little bit, but that's something they get to work on when they're on the sidelines, especially during halftime.
Schultz did start a couple games for this Crestwood team. Also have Brendan Dennis, who's taken some snaps and throws. 2nd and 10 on 44 again. Pistol formation. Benjamin to the left of Schultz. This snap is high. Picks it up. Tries to throw. He does, and it's caught at the 45. How about that? He connects with DeMarzo, and that's across the line to gain. First down at the 45 of Jersey Shore.
Yeah, this is what Crestwood needs to keep doing. They need to make plays like this. Look, that was a bad snap, and Schultz was able to reel it in and get a nice pass out of it. Owen Anderson was a little bit behind on that coverage, too.
Jersey Shore's had a guy suffering some nicks and bruises. Anderson, one of them. Hess again. They were on that right side. But that's about 8 yards there on the completion. 1st and 10 at the Jersey Shore 45 for Crestwood. Down 12-7. Fiesel moves to the left side in the I formation. Handoff to Hawley, who comes back in the game, and he stumbles forward for 2 yards outside the numbers to the 43 of Jersey Shore. Make it 2nd and 8.
Yeah, the one thing that Shore's defensive line isn't doing really well tonight, and that's getting pressure on the inside. And that's credit to Crestwood's offensive line being able to block on the inside. But you got to be able to run a couple more switches. You got to be able to cut a couple stunts, maybe get Lee Springman towards the inside and call some more, then come to the outside. 2nd
and 8, 43 of Jersey Shore for Crestwood. Under center is Schultz in the I. Handoff. It's Hawley again. Lowers his helmet, tries to pick up tough yards, and he slithers his way right near the 40. That's 3rd and 5, so maybe I'll give Coach Arcangeli a little more credit than I did initially. Did say he's a tough guy, puts his helmet down, gets those extra yards. He did just that there. They spot him at the 41 for 3rd and 6 for Crestwood.
Yeah, another big down here for Crestwood, though, and that's how you keep yourself in the games when you get these big 3rd down conversions.
Minute and change to go first half. 12-7 deficit. Might have to start hurrying up for Crestwood. 2 timeouts still to use. Left hash to the 41 of Jersey Shore. High snap. Schultz takes it. Pressure from the backside from Dugan, and he's slammed down. Dalton Dugan takes down the Crestwood quarterback back at the 45 on their own side, and that's 4th and very long for Crestwood. Time to punt for the Comets.
First sack of the night there, and Dalton Dugan did a great job with it. He beat the outside left tackle, able to rush down Schultz, and then get him down for the sack.
The clock is dwindling. Jersey Shore has its timeouts if the Bulldogs want to use them to let this clock stop and then try the hurry-up offense here, but they'll just let this go to halftime. They'll get a punt return here and then can go from there. Crestwood waits with Arnold on to try to boom it away.
You're going to try to delay a game here.
And we'll see what happens. The play clock's down to 3, 2, and 1, and 0.
Actually, I'll explain this. It's a little bit of a different strategy by Coach Tom Gravish, but save those timeouts. Let them take the delay game. That gives you more field yardage, and whatever you get out of this punt return, you have enough time to get a couple plays in before the half.
Well, we'll see if that comes to fruition. 20 seconds to go in the first half. 12-7 Jersey Shore lead. The Bulldogs get the ball back here. In a few moments, this break courtesy of our friends at Ballbirds Brewing Company. Open Wednesday through Sunday, 220 Schaefer Lane in Jersey Shore. Can't stress it enough. The best place in town to grab a drink and a bite while watching the Bulldogs play and listening to them in our case. And we appreciate you guys being on board, our loyal supporters back home in Jersey Shore. We'll stay here as we watch the teams come back out. Jersey Shore takes the field first, and the punt will be from 5 yards further back for Crestwood after the delay of game, like you mentioned, Brandon.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens. Jersey Shore is in a position where maybe they can try to make something happen here. They have turned the ball over a few times, so that's dangerous. Arnold is on to punt. His heels are on his own 32. He waits for the long snap from Romanowski. And there's 20 seconds to go first half. Clean snap. Booms it from right to left with the right foot. Pops it up in the air. Not a lot of distance at the Jersey Shore 35. Nobody touches it for the Bulldogs. And the clock runs, and it's down to 10 seconds when the ball drops. And that's where Jersey Shore has it, and that's how much time they have left. Likely just a knee here.
I don't believe so, honestly. It'd be the sensible thing to do here in this situation, but Coach Tom Gravish is not that person. He's going to try to run his offense as much as he can. You don't know. We could possibly get a wheel route to Owen Harrison, and he goes down the sideline.
Jason Eberhardt State Farm halftime show on the horizon, as is our first half recap brought to you by Schweitzer's Auto Sales. Jersey Shore lines up in the gun at its own 33. Have first down now. Peacock from the right side slot moves left in the 4-receiver set. Weary towards the left side, tries to throw, stumbles, nowhere to go, and he's tugged down. Slammed hard back inside his own 26. And the first half ends on that note. Just one more lick for the Jersey Shore quarterback to take. It hasn't been pretty, but it's a 12-7 Jersey Shore lead going into halftime. So you take that with you and see what happens. Crestwood does get the ball to start the third. And here are the hockey horns again. Halftime for Mountaintop on the Bear Country Sports Network. Jersey Shore and Crestwood in a tight one.
Call 570-753-5722. TLC Fuels, a family-owned business since 1998, serving residential, farm, and commercial customers from their Jersey Shore location just off of Route 220 at the Pine Creek exit. Fuel oil, diesel, and gasoline, hard coal. TLC Fuels dedicated to providing friendly, satisfying service to all of their customers. TLC Fuels proud to be a supporter of the Jersey Shore Bulldogs. 570-753-5722.
No crowded malls. No delayed deliveries. Holiday shopping is different at Boot Barn. Get the in-store experience from the comfort of your home, while a virtual shopper does your shopping for you over a video call. For those within 20 miles of a store, get local same-day delivery, where we'll deliver your items directly to your door. Learn more about our holiday services at bootbarn.com. Boot Barn. Unwrap the West.
Schweitzer's Auto Sales offers fair prices and superior service, and they make it easy to find the sedan, SUV, or light truck that you want with their virtual showroom. Available anytime online at schweitzerauto.com. Look through their selection, then come in for a test drive. 321 North Main Street, Jersey Shore. 570-398-4216.
Chris Stapleton brings you his new studio album, Starting Over, featuring 14 brand new recordings, including the single Starting Over.
Can be my four-leaf clover, starting over.
Arkansas and Cold.
Why you gotta be so cold?
New music from Chris Stapleton, Starting Over, available everywhere now.
Be so cold.
Sponsored by Mercury Nashville.
Let me ask you a question. What do you see when you look at your car? Do you just see taillights? Or your dog's tail wagging when you first brought him home? Do you see 4 tires? Or 2 tired kids in the back seat after their first day of school? Other insurance companies just see a car, but a State Farm agent sees what your car really means to you. So why not give it the protection it deserves?
Jason Eberhardt, State Farm Insurance, 265 High Street, Jersey Shore, 570-865-5191.
Cutting Edge Country, WQBR, Avis Williamsport State College, 99.9 FM.
Sam Cooperman, Brandon Barker back with you at Crestwood High School in Mountaintop as Jersey Shore leads 12-7 at halftime in the state quarterfinals here in 4A. Bulldogs trying to win the 4A quarterfinal for the second straight year. The winner of this one gets either Lampeter Strasburg or Elko, and Elko leads 3-0 in that game down in District 3. We'll keep tabs on that, but here the 12-7 Jersey Shore lead. It has not been a pretty game. Jersey Shore has turned it over twice, a couple fumbles for the Bulldogs, but they lead 12-7, a Hayden Packard 3-yard touchdown on the opening drive, and then Owen Anderson 30-yard touchdown run put the Bulldogs on top with, on the other end, it was the quarterback, Noah Schultz, taking it into his own hands for 20 yards, with his own legs, you should say, properly. But that's the case, and Jersey Shore, after missing a PAT and then unable to capitalize on the 2-point conversion, still is in this 12-7 hole. So Brandon, as we go into our first half recap presented by Schweitzer's Auto Sales, the place you can go to have things broken down for you. They'll show you how easy it is to buy a quality used car in Jersey Shore. Fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right leads to satisfied repeat buyers. So this first half, recap it for us, Brandon. I gave the spark notes to it, but let's dig a little deeper. What did you see in this first half?
Well, in the first half, what I saw was an offense that really kind of struggled to find their identity again. It kind of goes back to what they were in Milton, but I also say that Crestwood's defense is a lot better than what they faced, so it's kind of harder to prepare for that. But their offense has been kind of it's hard to catch the ball when it's this cold. That ball, I've been in most of these cold games with Shore. I've had no gloves on before trying to catch that ball. It hurts your hands. So it's kind of hard to catch the ball, but also it's kind of not. It's what Shore's been doing wrong, and it's the short passes that they do so well. And it's the fact that they're just dropping these. Like Dalton Dugan had a ball straight for him, and he could have caught that, and he just dropped it. Caden Ness had a ball in the end zone here, and again another end zone drop for him. But for their offense, they've got to be able to work their way back into it. They got to stay with their identity. They're running the ball very well with Cameron Allison in the backfield. They haven't used much of Hayden Packer because they want to save him up, because Gabe Packer, we don't know if we're going to see him here in the second half. We don't have like those high-end radio stations that get injury updates and all that stuff. But as far as we know, we're assuming that maybe Gabe Packer doesn't come back, and we did see Caden Hess come back into the game, but you don't really need Caden Hess back in the game. I think Brady Jordan is a really good replacement over there at that corner position.
Yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. Gabe Packer has not come back on the field, and he's Jersey Shore's leading tackler, the 5'8 linebacker in this 5'2 defense that Alex Jackson has run so well in the last decade at Jersey Shore. It's been these small, sturdy linebackers that are able to quickly get into the backfield, make hits, and also drop back when you need them. It's been Dawson Seacrest. It's been the whole Seacrest family, really. But Gabe Packer has done that role. He came on the team last year. He's filled it well. Hopefully we see him back in the second half, but I don't know if we will. If we don't, Jared Polsky, a guy who has gotten some minutes for Jersey Shore, mostly when the games have been out of hand, which has been often for the other teams, but Polsky has filled that spot. And what do you think about his play, Brandon?
He's not doing too bad. He's a little bit undersized for that linebacker position. He's not as big as both Gabe Packer and Hayden Packer. He's doing a great job making the reads and getting some pressure up the inside, but we also have to know Stone Seacrest, who is another Seacrest on his family. There is a possibility we could see him a little bit more as well. So they try to rotate people in, so in case something happens, they all learn this system before something terrible happens to that defense.
Yeah, Jersey Shore, you look at this game as a whole, at 12 points, you say, well, for Bulldog standards, that's not a lot. But you look at it against the opponent they're playing, Jersey Shore is on pace to score more points against this Crestwood team than anybody has this year. The most they've let up in a game is 21. And, of course, 12 points, multiply that by 2, you get 24. And that includes the special teams mishaps that Jersey Shore has had, a missed point after, and then having the 2-point conversion they couldn't succeed on. So they're at 12-7, not an ideal score. Crestwood gets the ball to start the second half. We'll delve a little more into this game when we come back on our Jason Eberhardt State Farm halftime show. Check out my friend Jason Eberhardt, located on the High Street Hill in Jersey Shore. Call him at 570-865-5191 and visit JerseyShore.com. Back from Mountaintop in a few minutes on the Bear Country Sports Network. 12-7 Jersey Shore lead.
Let me ask you a question. What do you see when you look at your car? Do you just see taillights? Or your dog's tail wagging when you first brought him home? Do you see 4 tires or 2 tired kids in the back seat after their first day of school? Other insurance companies just see a car, but a State Farm agent sees what your car really means to you. So why not give it the protection it deserves?
Jason Eberhardt, State Farm Insurance, 265 High Street, Jersey Shore, 570-865-5191.
There's no place like home for the holidays, or HomeDepot.com for holiday decor, with Black Friday prices inside and out. like artificial Christmas trees starting at just $39.98, or outside lights and playful inflatables to bring joy to the neighborhood. Order online, and you'll even get free delivery. Holiday decorating improved with a wide assortment of holiday decor from HomeDepot.com. How doers get more done. Free standard shipping on most online orders over $45. Some exclusions apply while supplies last.
Since 1925, Erie Insurance has been providing protection for you and your family. Auto, home, life, business, and flood insurance. Annuities, too. Get a great price and the service you expect from Erie Insurance. Available from your local Erie agent, Figure Insurance Agency in Lock Haven, serving the area for the last 56 years. Find out why over 90% of Erie Insurance customers renew year after year. 570-748-3570. Get a free quote. Figure Insurance Agency, 511 East Church Street, Lock Haven.
This weekend at Kohl's, save on holiday gifts for everyone on your list. Plus, take an extra 15% off. Cozy must-haves for the family are now just $17 and under. Get 40% off fun and festive holiday decor. And save on Food Network Kitchen and Dining starting at 20% off. Plus, get fast and free store pickup. Give with all your heart. Shop Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles, 15% offer valid November 11th through the 21st with promo code CHEERS. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Family-owned and operated, Tie Dot Embroidery and Screen Printing has been serving the Jersey Shore area for almost 30 years. Custom T-shirts, sweats, hats, and specialized products with your logo included, embroidered or screen printed. See some of what's available on our webpage, TIAEmbroidery.com. 110 Charles Street, Jersey Shore. Top quality work throughout the area for the last 20 years. Guy Rock Excavating, based in Rocktown, specializing in land development, basements, home building, and providing topsoil for residential, business, and commercial properties. Call Guy today, 570-745-3189.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
Back on our Jason Eberhardt State Farm halftime show from Crestwood High School in Mountaintop. Sam Cooperman, Brandon Barker with you. Jersey Shore leads 12-7 in this 4A quarterfinal matchup. Winner faces either Elko or Lampeter Strasburg next week, and who knows where that game will be played. Brandon hypothesized moments ago that Shamokin could be an area site, but Jersey Shore was a long way away from even remotely thinking about that because they got to win this one, and Crestwood gets the ball to start the second half. They haven't had much going offensively, have the Crestwood Comets, and a lot of their drives have been stunted due to some miscommunication between their center, Chris Smolanak, and their QB, in that of Noah Schultz, with their regular starter, Ryan Petrosky, the senior, unable to go tonight due to an undisclosed injury. So Schultz is gone, and he can run it well. He has a rushing touchdown, but that connection is very interesting to monitor coming into the second half, Brandon.
Yeah, it is, and, we have to pay attention to what if Gabe Packer comes out at linebacker. That changes a whole lot of things defensively for sure, because Hayden Packer is going to have to take over the responsibilities of going out and playing coverage and make sure these tight ends don't go somewhere. But it's going to be a nice matchup to see what Crestwood does offensively to start out of the gate. Look, they used Noah Schultz really in the run game. He was able to get a couple of yards, one of them being the only touchdown for Crestwood tonight, getting into the end zone. So I see more of them using Schultz in that pistol. I see more of the pistol starting to come out before him, because Short is doing an excellent job stopping the run at any chance. They're getting Crestwood's only getting about 4 or 5 yards on average every play, and when on first down and then on second down and third down, they're only getting maybe 1 or 2 yards.
Jersey Shore back in the state quarterfinals for a second straight year. Last year, it was a 3-overtime thriller against Pottsville in a game played at Danville. Jersey Shore was down 21-0 in that one, came all the way back, forced OT despite some key injuries, most notably their top target, Stanton Westland, went down. That was something to remember. In that one, Caden Hess had 2 touchdowns in overtime for Jersey Shore. Tonight, Hess has had a couple long catches, and on the opening drive he had 3 grabs, but he's also been contained a little bit by Marcus Vini, the top corner for Crestwood. How has the all-state receiver been unable to fully capitalize tonight?
Well, just great coverage by Vini. Marcus Vini's doing a great job staying back, making sure that what he's doing more, he's playing man-up coverage. He's telling Caden Hess, basically, look, I'm here one-to-one, one-on-one, I'm going to, get you in there and do it.
Yeah, it's an interesting one here, and it's worth noting as far as the comebacks. Crestwood has mounted some big ones this year. In the final regular season game 2 weeks ago, they didn't have a district semifinal in District 2 at 4A, only a final between Crestwood and Dallas last week. But 2 weeks ago, played a 3A team in Lake Lehman that the next week went on to the playoffs, and that's the best Lake Lehman team apparently in about 30 years, is what I'm told by folks in the area, including coach for Crestwood, Ryan Arcangeli. And this was a game in which it was a 17-3 score in the fourth quarter. It was a 14-0 lead for Lake Lehman, I should say, after 3, and then a 17-3 run in the fourth enabled Crestwood to tie the game up and have the game-winning field goal in OT. So they can come back against good competition, and they're only down one possession here. This could easily be a Crestwood lead within a few moments in the third quarter.
Yeah, it can, and like I said, it's got to start with Noah Schultz. I keep saying Dalton Schultz. He's tight end for Dallas Cowboys, but Noah Schultz. He's got to be able to use his legs more. When they come out with that bootleg, he's being able to find room on the inside and go in for the easy first down. But they've got to lay back a little bit. Just make sure that you're aware that he can run and be able to get as much pressure as you can on that defensive line. That's going to be the big thing, is if these defensive linemen can keep getting into the backfield. We saw Dalton Dugan get the only sack for sure tonight.
Dalton Dugan did have a massive sack that flipped the field for the Bulldogs defensively, and he is Jersey Shore's leading sacker on the year. That takes him over 7 sacks on the 2020 short season campaign. Jersey Shore up 12-7, but Crestwood comes out to start the second half in a few minutes, and they're looking ready to pounce, and they'll try to start by getting the lead here, and they'll get the ball and have a chance to do that. When we come back on our Jason Eberhardt State Farm halftime show, we will look to that District 3 game between Lampeter, Strasburg, and Elko. It was 3-0 at last look. We'll see if things have changed early in the third quarter down in District 3. Back from Mountaintop in a few minutes here on the Bear Country Sports Network. Jersey Shore up 12-7.
Let me ask you a question. What do you see when you look at your car? Do you just see taillights? Or your dog's tail wagging when you first brought him home? Do you see 4 tires or 2 tired kids in the back seat after their first day of school? Other insurance companies just see a car, but a State Farm agent sees what your car really means to you. So why not give it the protection it deserves?
Jason Eberhardt, State Farm Insurance, 265 High Street, Jersey Shore, 570-865-5191.
I'm Dr. Andrea Russo, a cardiologist. Maybe you're waiting to talk to your doctor right now. But if you're having an irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, don't wait. This could be a serious condition like atrial fibrillation, which can make you about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you're having these symptoms, don't wait. Talk to a doctor by phone, online, or in person.
Brought to you by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Mama's home cooking has never tasted so good. Go to Coots's Kitchen, 318 Wilson Street in Jersey Shore for homemade soups, oil, deli sides, baked goods, and more. Coots's cheesesteaks will have you hooked. Fudge season is just around the corner, too. All of this at reasonable prices. 570-398-8180 for your takeout order. Coots's Kitchen, Tuesday through Saturday, 10 till 8. Coots's Kitchen, Mama's homemade goodness. Go Bulldogs.
Allstate now has deeper savings, and deeper savings require deep thoughts and a deep voice, like mine. Save for being a new customer. Save more for adding DriveWise, and save even more for driving safely. Visit Allstate.com or contact your local agent for a quote today. As someone once said, saving today is money tomorrow. That's deep.
Not available in every state. New customer savings based on early signing discount. DriveWise is an optional feature. Savings vary based on how you buy. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Susquehanna Trailways has part-time and full-time opportunities available for motor coach and school bus drivers. Are you recently retired? Don't want to be home all the time and enjoy travel? Become part of the Susquehanna Trailways team. Contact Susquehanna Trailways by calling 570-753-5125 or email charters@susquehannabus.com. They will train for free and offer performance bonuses too. Call Susquehanna Trailways at 570-753-5125.
The Bear, WQBR.
Sam Cooperman, Brandon Barker back with you on our Jason Eberhardt State Farm halftime show. Third quarter is on the way, and both teams huddle up one more time. Crestwood in the home catch-up reds and white letters and numbers for the Comets. Jersey Shore, the road whites with the orange pants, black stripes, and the orange letters and numbers on those white jerseys. As Jersey Shore plays defense first, this Bulldogs team has been spectacular defensively this year. They've recovered a fumble tonight. They've had some big sacks, and you also just look at this team in general. They're allowing 3.75 points a game. Now, the competition level is a little different from a Crestwood team to a Shikellamy team, although Shikellamy gave them a good test late in the regular season. But the point stands, Jersey Shore is playing a good team tonight. Crestwood is 7 on them, and Crestwood gets the ball to start the second. Quick, Brandon, score from the Elko-Lampeter-Strasburg game.
Well, we do have a change. It is now tied out there in Lampeter, Pennsylvania. It is 3-3, Elko and Lampeter-Strasburg. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock will be the other side of the bracket, Aliquippa and Thomas Jefferson, and Oil City and Upper Moreland.
12-7 Jersey Shore lead. The Bulldogs kick off left to right, courtesy of our friends at Deja Vu. Check out their Christmas open house next weekend. Allison toes it with the left foot, bounces through the middle, and it's bobbled initially by Kreiser. Scoops it up at his own 4, tries to take it left sideline, breaks one ankle tackle, and then he shatters out of bounds at the 12. Jersey Shore catches a break as Nick Kreiser couldn't get a clean handle on it, and Anderson eventually levels him out of play for 1st and 10 for the Crestwood Comets from there.
Yeah, that was a nice, not the way you wanted to go right away off the bat. You kind of fumbled the ball and had to go backwards. And the guy I love talking about on special teams, Cade Piccolo, first guy there to kind of push him to the side.
Friendly reminder that we have a lot of folks that are powering tonight's broadcast. River Valley Internet, they've enabled us to stream the games from Thompson Street Stadium all season long. We appreciate their support. 1st and 10 on 13 for Crestwood. I formation, start the third quarter. Schultz takes the snap, handoff right. It goes to Benjamin. They lean on him, and he delivers. Quick sprint up to the 20 as he gets 7 to make it 2nd and 3. It's Caleb Benjamin, the backup tailback, to start the second half.
Yeah, big run there by Caleb Benjamin to go up to the outside edge. They use him for that speed side, and they were able to get a nice gain on that to make it 2nd and about 4.
Schultz goes to the sideline for the play call. Crestwood moving a little quicker than you would think for a team that goes to the sideline. Schultz came right back to the line. He is 2nd and 3 from his own 20. Jersey Shore rotates guys defensively. Allison, the safety, is up on the line. Snap to Schultz. Handoff. Benjamin again has a lane left side. He swarmed, spun down, and he's about a yard shy. Tried to run it left as Packer, Peacock, a lot of guys were in the vicinity for 3rd and 1.
Yeah, and that was a nice run on the inside. Great tackling there by the linebacker, especially Hayden Packer. As we noticed as well, Jared Palski is the linebacker out there. I'm assuming no Gabe Packer.
Yeah, Gabe Packer got hurt in the first quarter. Jersey Shore's leading tackler and Hayden's brother. It was across the line to gain. It was close. The initial spot seemed to not be there, but it is, in fact, across the 23. 1st and 10 Crestwood, own side of the field. Schultz backs up to make it a pistol formation. Benjamin to his left and has Romanoski, a smaller fullback, to his right. Takes the direct snap, runs it outside the numbers, 20, cuts back in, 25-30, broken tackle, 40, up the sideline, 45, swerves again across midfield and plunges down across the 40. Hess was there to eventually bring him to the turf, but run up to the 38 of Jersey Shore. 1st down after the massive run by Schultz.
Yeah, nice run onto the outside there, found the hole, made people miss, and got a big burst up the sideline, it could have been a touchdown when Kane Hess didn't go and make the tackle.
That was 40 yards from Noah Schultz. 1st and 10, Jersey Shore 38, Crestwood on the move. Minute and a half played, third quarter, down 5. Left hash of the 38, under center goes Noah Schultz. Benjamin, the deep back, gets the call, runs outside the tackle left, 30, running 25. He's down around there. They call it the 27, and Caleb Benjamin accrues 10 more yards and a 1st down.
Yeah, you could really see Crestwood getting excited for it. They're moving a little bit faster, as you noted. Now they're being able to set their linemen, and they're getting great blocks on the inside there for short defense.
Schultz had the 40-yard gainer. He had a 20-yard rushing touchdown in the first half. The 1 touchdown for Crestwood. Jersey Shore is 2, but with a missed PAT and then a failed 2-point conversion, the score is 12-7, so they're down 5, and there's a look over at the Jersey Shore sideline. I guess they have the opportunity to sub, and everything checks out, and our referee will get things situated. It's 10:08 to go third quarter. Crestwood 1st and 10 at the 26 of Jersey Shore. So they get back on the line. Schultz lines up back under center. As Romanowski, the fullback, he blocks. Benjamin, off right guard, breaks through 20, 15, and he pinballs up to the 13. Another big run, 13 yards, and a first down for Crestwood.
Yeah, and they're just doing basically what they're going back to their identity. That is power football up the inside. As Coach Arganelli told you before, Eastern PA football, being able to run the ball inside. Nice play there by Crestwood.
He had some words about the spread offense. I have some takes on that. 1st and 10, 14 of Jersey Shore between the hashes. Schultz takes the snap for Crestwood. Handoff outside. Benjamin goes again. He hop steps his way across the 10 down to the 9, just outside the left hash marks. Hayden Packer is there to say hello after a 5-yard gain for 2nd and 5.
Yeah, and you notice no Hawley tonight. Recently, and I think they're just riding with Caleb Benjamin. I think they're just going with the hot hand.
Well, Benjamin has found more success, and that's something that Coach Arcangeli says. They have 3 or 4 guys that can run the ball, and Benjamin has been the bell cow in this third quarter. 2nd and 4th, the 9 of Jersey Shore. From the eye, Benjamin smashed. The ball comes out with the flag. Jersey Shore's on top of that football, but we'll check the flag. In the meantime, the Bulldogs have scooped that one up, and that might be a hold.
It's going to be a hold on the offense there, and that'll be Jersey Shore football.
What a game-changing play. Didn't see who scooped that football up for Jersey Shore, but the Bulldogs were able to come out of a scrum with it.
Yeah, and that's going to be a big swing of momentum here. Look, Crestwood was driving so far down the field, and then they fumbled 3rd turnover of the night for Crestwood, and that's the situation last year when they played Pottsville. They got too many turnovers. Now the tide has turned, and they're getting Crestwood to have turnovers.
Crestwood takes up about 3 minutes. They turn the ball over. Jersey Shore at its own 15 after the Hayden Packer recovery on the Colin Samar forced fumble. 1st and 10 from the offset eye. Handoff. Packer slips his way through the middle, and he slides down at the 22 after a 7-yard run. It's 2nd and 3, Jersey Shore.
Yeah, the theme of that play is it normally comes into fruition towards the end of the year where teams stop looking at that play.
2nd and short for Jersey Shore. Inside its own 25, Weary takes the snap from the eye. Handoff Allison. The deep back spins, and he's across the line to gain for a first down. They mark him at the 29 for a gain of 7.
Yeah, same with Shore's offense. They got to go back to their identity. Keep running the ball. You're doing a great job with Allison. Until they stop it, don't stop running the ball.
Since the end of the regular season, Jersey Shore has run the ball at will. In the Shamokin game last week, 316 yards on the grass. 1st and 10, own 29 for Jersey Shore. Pitch right from the eye. Allison tries to go outside the numbers, and he swarmed at the 30, maybe mark him at the 31 on the outside carry. It's Logan Arnold on the stop for 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and you can see it now. Shore kind of moving back at their pace as they were before today's game.
12-7 lead for Jersey Shore. 2nd and 7 at its own 31. Weary drops back, floats it left, lots of time, completion to Dugan, and he bounces up the sideline. No, it's Anderson. Let's try it a third time. Owen Anderson is the guy out wide left, and he's able to accelerate across midfield to the 48 of Crestwood, so that gives them a first down after the big gainer.
Yeah, that's what they got to do as well. They got to get Owen Anderson more involved here in this half.
Jersey Shore quickly moving across midfield. 1st and 10 from the 48 in the eye. Weary fakes the pitch, handoff Packer. They ran this play earlier. They run it again, and he backs his way outside the left hash marks up to the 43. That's about 5 more yards, and 2nd and 5. Jersey Shore humming along on this drive after the turnover.
Yeah, they're finally finding their confidence on the offensive side.
7:30 and counting to go, third quarter, 12-7 lead. 2nd and 6 at the 44 Crestwood for Jersey Shore. Pitch right from the eye. Allison stutters, steps, and he trips over a couple defenders. The safety Stoltz was the first one to make contact with the Jersey Shore tailback. 3rd and 4 for Jersey Shore. Arnold there as well. And quickly, Jersey Shore is back on the line near the right hash of the 42. Weary pumps, delivers, lob left, first down, broken tackle. Anderson breaks free into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Jersey Shore is up big, and the Bulldogs are ahead 18-7.
Yeah, that's a nice play there. Made a man miss. Owen Anderson got the 2nd touchdown of the night, and Jersey Shore up really good. 3rd touchdown of the night, and Jersey Shore in a really good spot after that turnover.
Well, that was the 2nd, as Anderson was able to skid free of a defender after the lollipop throw over to him. 18-7 lead, and this will make it a Jersey Shore edge of 19-7 if Allison can chip this through. As of now, lead is at 11 points here. Clean snap. hold the kick, and he blasted through. 7:02 to go third quarter, 19-7 Jersey Shore. Crestwood takes it down to the 15. Crestwood turns it over, and Jersey Shore responds. Weary to Anderson on the touchdown. Back on the Bear right after this here from Mountaintop, PA. Jersey Shore in front.
You're probably not ready for winter, but we are. Hollick's Coal and Fuel Oil Service has been a Jersey Shore fixture since 1950. Hollick's is known for its fast and reliable service. We provide coal, heating oil, kerosene, mixed kerosene, and off-road diesel. 5 different sizes of coal, all stored under roof for the highest quality. Hollick's Coal and Fuel Oil Service, 248 Locust Street in Jersey Shore, 570-398-1190, and online at hollickscoalandoil.com.
Read the latest Good News Positively Pets magazine anytime. Go to bearcountrygoodnews.com. Published every month by Bear 99.9 FM.
Sam Cooperman, Brandon Barker back with you. Jersey Shore football connects on the big hitter. Weary to Anderson for a touchdown to make it 19-7. Kickoff left to right for Jersey Shore. Allison, the lefty, will send it off with the duo of DeMarzo and Kreiser are back there to return. So Jersey Shore does this courtesy of our friends over at Deja Vu. Allison waits. We have the media timeout that needs to conclude here in this televised game. The winner goes on to the state semifinals. And Allison awaits. There's the whistle. Right arm up. And he charges forward. Allison, a low line drive, initially hops 35, a couple bounces, and one of the up men fields it at the 20. He rushes 25, 30. A couple Bulldogs from behind slam him down. From afar, that looks to be Logan Rolls. Couldn't see initially who came up from that. And now we'll check that. We'll say, Nick, yeah, it is Rolls. It was right the first time. 1st and 10 for Crestwood at their own 35.
Yeah, nice little line drive kick by Cameron Allison. Second time that has been mishandled by someone on that Crestwood team. So, but as we know, you noted before, Crestwood's still starting consistently at the same spot every time.
Yeah, they've started the 35 after just about every kickoff tonight. 19-7 deficit the home team is facing here. And they go to a pistol formation. Schultz has Benjamin to his left, 3 receivers right, keeps it up the middle, hop step, first and more. Noah Schultz up to the 50, and he leans to the 47 of Jersey Shore. Big run for Schultz. Hess eventually throws him to the ground, and that's a first down of 17 yards for Crestwood.
I don't know what's going on with the Shore defense, but it just seems like they're not recognizing that quarterback to run, and I don't think they're really, it doesn't look like those linebackers are scared of him.
Schultz gets the play call from Coach Arcangeli on the sideline. Still half of the third quarter to go. They can quickly score and then make it a one-possession game again, but fumbled it at the 15 of Jersey Shore on the first drive of the third. Bulldogs went down to score. 1st and 10, 48 of Jersey Shore from the pistol. High snap, Schultz gathers, runs left outside the numbers, 45, and he swung down at the 41. That's 7 yards, and 2nd and 3 as Noah Schultz lunges to the outside.
Yeah, Crestwood's getting good blocks on the outside there. Their running backs are doing a really good job. Their wide receivers are doing a really good job blocking the corners up so that people like Hayden Hess and Owen Anderson can't come up and make that tackle.
Ryan Petrosky, the starting quarterback and the better thrower of the duo of him and Schultz, is out tonight. Schultz has done a lot of design runs and has the lone touchdown on a 20-yarder. 2nd and 2, Jersey Shore 40 from the left hash. Snap and the pistol. Schultz, stutter step up the middle. 1st and more, finds a lane, and he's crunched at the 30. How about Schultz just took it up the left hash marks and did a little pirouette move to make it 10 more yards and another first down.
Yeah, if it works for you, just keep going with it. And you notice now, I see something different here. Now, Coach Arcanelli is doing is he's taking his fullbacks or his running backs, and he's making those plays into so he doesn't tire out Schultz.
Well, 2 8-0 teams, the teams that have won a lot of games, obviously, they know what they're doing, and they send their fullback in the right side, Romanoski, and Schultz keeps it on 1st and 10 at the 31. Outside, tries to break loose, and he's bottled up and picks up a yard as he scampers forward to the 30 outside the right hash marks for 2nd and 9, Crestwood.
Yeah, Short's recognizing where that running they're going at. They're getting past the blocks now by those receivers, and I still say credit to these receivers by really blocking very well on the outside.
Maybe they're saving Schultz's legs as they send Arnold, the tight end, to the sideline to receive the play call.
Yeah, you don't know who they're coming for. It could be just a game of strategy. 2nd
and 10 for Crestwood. They say that ball didn't advance past the 31 of Jersey Shore. The right hash, they keep it in the pistol. Benjamin to the right side of the quarterback, Schultz. Drops, quick throw over the middle by Fiesel, caught in stride, but then dropped as he tried to run at the 20. Didn't have clean possession of that ball, and that would have been an easy first down, but it's not. And now they're faced with 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Crestwood took a very good advantage of what Shore was giving them. They brought those safeties up to load the box, and then they went with a quick slant on the inside towards Caden Hess's way, and he would have had it, but just dropped it at the last second.
A lot of running room to the right side of the field, but Fiesel couldn't come up with the goods. 3rd and 10, 31 at Jersey Shore for Crestwood, down 19-7 in the pistol. Schultz sparks out the instructions, takes the high snap, bootleg left, one pump, has to keep it, runs towards the middle, and only gets a yard, bounced down by Hayden Packer. It's 4th and 9, Jersey Shore halts the speedy quarterback.
Yeah, they're really keying on Schultz here right now. They're making sure they get the right angles. Hayden Packer, who's got to step up here because no Gabe Packer here tonight for the rest of the night, as we assume. So, yeah, nice play there on the defensive side.
4th and 10, or for about, they'll say you didn't even get a yard. You keep him at the 31. No gain for Schultz on the run. Offense stays out there. Schultz, the QB. And they keep Schultz as the fullback. It looks like Schultz is there. No, that's 36. That's Harding, the other fullback. 2 receivers left. Play fake for Schultz. Time to throw. Up the left sideline. Vini is there, and he makes a first down catch inside the 10. Marcus Vini, a massive play, and he's swiped down at the 9. Marcus Vini offensively isn't used much, only his 2nd catch of the year, but he comes up with a 21-yarder, and Crestwood has 1st and goal.
Nice play there by Schultz there to throw that ball up, had pressure in his face, and able to get the ball off. And Vini was actually being covered by Hayden Packer, and Packer had the coverage, but kind of looked away for the last second and turned his hips, and that's something you don't do as pass coverage.
1st and goal, 9 of Jersey Shore. Crestwood has been down here before, but what can they do this time? Down 12 points. Left hash of the 9. Under center is Schultz in the eye. Takes the snap. Handoff. Hawley. And he's only back to the line. Might have lost a yard as he's swarmed by the Jersey Shore defense. He is pummeled by Samar. Packer over the top. Myers was in there for a grasp as well. 2nd and goal from outside the 10.
Yeah, other than that big play, Crestwood hasn't really, ever since they crossed maybe the 40, they haven't really done much running-wise, and that's because Shore has done a really good job keying in on those big running.
One incredibly fast-moving game. We're under 3 to go 3rd quarter. 19-7 Jersey Shore, right to go to the state semis at stake. 2nd and 11 Crestwood, Jersey Shore 11. 2nd and goal, I should say. Schultz takes a snap, rolls right, has a lane, hops at the 5, goes towards the goal line. He's down around the 2, but Schultz gets about 10 yards there, and it's now a Crestwood situation where they have the ball deep in Jersey Shore territory for 3rd and goal.
Yeah, that's a speedy guy in Schultz. He loves to run to the outside and got a nice hole in there. Got all the way down to about the 2-yard line. This is where Shore really needs to be careful, because if they play too much into the box, you could get a quick screen to the outside, or you can get the tight end in the back of the end zone.
Jersey Shore season high in points allowed is 9. That's at stake right here. 3rd and goal, Crestwood, Jersey Shore 2. The right hash in the pistol. Schultz takes the snap, tries to run out left, and he is manhandled. Hayden Packer pumped up. He slams his right fist in jubilation. No gain, backed up to about the 4 for 4th and goal.
Yeah, big 3rd down stop there. Hayden Packer finally gets through the line, gets a tackle for loss, and makes sure that Schultz doesn't run into the touchdown.
Game clock under 2 to go in the 3rd quarter. Massive moment here for Crestwood. And as Brandon initially noted, Ryan Harding, the fullback, gets the play from the sideline. Schultz's legs have powered them to this point. Harding comes off the field now, and here's whistles and a timeout. It's taken by Crestwood, and with 1:22 to go in the 3rd, Jersey Shore up 19-7. Game could very well be in the balance, and Crestwood's got to score here. Our break is presented by our friends over at Bald Birds Brewing Company. Make sure you visit newest watering hole in Jersey Shore. It's 220 Schaefer Lane. Visit them and check out all they have to offer. Back from Mountaintop in a few moments on the Bear Country Sports Network.
You're probably not ready for winter, but we are. Hollick's Coal and Fuel Oil Service has been a Jersey Shore fixture since 1950. Hollick's is known for its fast and reliable service. We provide coal, heating oil, kerosene, mixed kerosene, and off-road diesel. 5 different sizes of coal, all stored under roof for the highest quality. Hollick's Coal and Fuel Oil Service, 248 Locust Street in Jersey Shore, 570-398-1190, and online at hollickscoalandoil.com.
Read the latest Good News Positively Pets magazine anytime. Go to bearcountrygoodnews.com. Published every month by Bear 99.9 FM.
4th and goal, Crestwood at the Jersey Shore 4. Sam Cooperman, Brandon Barker with you. Playoff football on the Bear. Crestwood down 19-7. Goes for it here. Schultz gets the play call, lines up in the pistol from the right hash. 5 down lineman for Jersey Shore. Bunch set to the right side. Takes the snap, rolls right, looks to throw, lobs it, opposite side, and incomplete. Not on the same page as DeMarzo. The ball was in his area, and nobody was there to defend it, but the ball just hits the ground, and it's a turnover on downs.
Yeah, and that was just an overthrow by Schultz, and we see why they said that Petrosky was the better thrower on this. We haven't watched Petrosky play, but we understand maybe where he's coming from. That was overthrown by a lot, and because Shore also did defensively, made him throw off his back foot.
Jersey Shore ball at its own 4, left to right. 1st and 10 for Weary and company. They have the big lead. Defense nearly jumps. Shore runs in the eye. Packer, the fullback, smashes his way right up the middle, and he gets across the 5-yard line to the 6. That's all they wanted. A little more breathing room behind him. 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that's all they want. It's just more breathing room. You watch on the next play, they might run a toss to the outside here, towards the left to Cameron Allison.
We'll see what happens. Right. Allison, he's gotten some big yardage as the tailback, and the right is the wide side of the field. 2nd and 8, Jersey Shore owns 6. Play action. Weary up the left sideline. That's incomplete. And he wanted Owen Anderson, who already has a receiving touchdown tonight as well as a rushing touchdown. Incomplete. 3rd and 8, Jersey Shore at its own 6.
I'll be honest, I think that was a waste of a play. You should have honestly, in my opinion, should have went to the outside edge, try to get Allison to the outside, get a big gain, and then go for a big deep pass later.
We're at 48 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Jersey Shore backed up in its own territory. Timeouts. Crestwood had to take one before that 4th and goal play because they would have had too many men on the field. So they're down to 2 if that comes back to haunt them later. 3rd and 8, Jersey Shore, its own 6 from the eye. Weary, one step, floats it, hit by Arnold, incomplete. Logan Arnold got his right hand on that ball and whacked it to the turf on the pass intended for Hess up the seam. 4th down, Jersey Shore, punting deep in its own territory.
Yeah, this is going to start hurting Shore when they have to keep bringing their defense back on the field. You're going to start tiring them out because of all the runs that Schultz been doing.
And despite some miscues, Crestwood down 12, still has plenty of shots. DeMarzo to return, stands a few steps behind midfield. Anderson from way back in the end zone gets a contested punt away, up the right sideline, hangs, drops to the Jersey Shore 40, and spins to the 44. Crestwood in Jersey Shore territory again. Only one touchdown for the Comets, but they're down 12 points, and there's 34 seconds to go in the 3rd.
Yeah, and that's going to... Look, where they got the ball at now, at the 45, that's really going to benefit Crestwood. They're able to use the run more. Schultz has been doing a really good job running the ball, and they've actually gotten a couple good passes off, too.
Well, this change of possession presented by Muncie Bank and Trust. They're one of our trusted sponsors making this broadcast possible. Muncie Bank, your hometown bank, located in Avis. 1st and 10, 44 Jersey Shore. Crestwood right to left in the home Reds. Schultz under center for 1st and 10. Takes the snap, slings it left, and it's dropped outside the left hash marks by the fullback, Romanowski. Had some space in the flats, but couldn't come up with it. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, great plays there by Schultz. He kind of had to hold it in his hand, pump faked it, and then got it out there just a little bit too high for Romanowski. So on this one, kind of a more of what they're not used to doing, but they're trying to get this Jersey Shore defense off balance.
They had a big comeback to end the regular season. They were down 14-0 after 3 quarters against Lake Lehman. They'll have to make a similar comeback tonight. They forced that game to OT. This is the state quarterfinals. 2nd and 10, Jersey Shore 44. I formation for Crestwood. Handoff, Hawley smashes his way down to the 40. 4-yard gain just right up the middle between the tackles. 3rd and 6.
Yeah, and that's big run up the inside. They just kind of went conservative. Got some of those yardage back, got all the way up to about third and manageable, and we're going to see, we have to be careful here, a bootleg play where they might be able to get Schultz to the outside and run the ball.
Well, we'll see that play at the start of the fourth quarter because the time has expired on the third quarter. Crestwood had the ball to start the third quarter, got it down to the Jersey Shore 15, but then Benjamin let a costly fumble go to Jersey Shore, and the Bulldogs answered with the touchdown, and they find themselves up 19-7, but Crestwood has it across the midfield line. 3rd and 6 for Crestwood, Jersey Shore 40. We come back for the fourth quarter. Fun one, state playoffs, can't beat it, and you're listening to it on The Bear.
McMahon Ferguson Associates Insurance Agency is your local Erie insurance agency. They handle much more than just home and auto. They serve your commercial and life insurance needs too. Ask yourself, do you own your own business? Just get married? Recently have a child? Purchase a home? How about liability and workers' comp? McMahon Ferguson Associates has products for all the above. Call 570-398-4090. McMahon Ferguson Associates Insurance Agency, 1020 Allegheny Street, Jersey Shore.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
Sam Cooperman, Brandon Barker with you on the Bear Country Sports Network. Jersey Shore football is up 19-7 on Crestwood to start the fourth frame, but Crestwood drives left to right. 3rd and 6 they have at the Jersey Shore 40, and Crestwood and Jersey Shore trying to keep their seasons alive here in the state quarterfinals.
Yeah, and as of right now, in the other matchup, right now, Lampier up 6-3 on Elko.
Another matchup. The winner of this one gets the winner of that one. 3rd and 6 for Crestwood. Team that doesn't throw it that much might have to throw here. Schultz lines up in the pistol. Hawley to his right side, about a yard behind him. High snap. Jumps, throws, left side, complete. Kreiser tries to find room, but he's bundled up at the 40, just at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there, and maybe gets a yard to make it 4th and 5.
Yeah, and that was a nice play by Owen Anderson. They kind of got the blocker back a little bit. Didn't necessarily have to touch him. Got the wide receiver back into him a little bit, and Owen Anderson was good enough to come up and make that tackle.
Clock winding here in this fourth quarter. Crestwood doesn't run a hurry up. They take the plays from the sideline. Coach Arcangeli says he needs to have that communication between the quarterback and coaches. Schultz, the backup quarterback, is in with Petrotsky out. Takes the snap from the left hash of the Jersey Shore 39 on 4th and 5. Rolls right, slings it, and a low catch is made for a first down at the 34. How about DeMarzo slid near the near sideline to come up with the play to keep the drive alive for Crestwood.
Yeah, and that was a great play to the outside. Schultz made a great throw over to a wide open man. Owen Anderson's got to play up more on that coverage, though. He's got to get a little bit closer and be able to swat that ball away.
Anderson got a little banged up in last week's district final game for Jersey Shore and came out momentarily in the first half tonight. But it's 1st and 10 Crestwood, Jersey Shore 34 to start the fourth quarter, down 12. Schultz, empty backfield, right hash of the 34. Takes the snap, roams right, design run, tries to power over a defender, but Cam Allison out-muscles him as he levels him to the ground at the 33. Only a 1-yard gain, make it 2nd and 9 on the run up the right sideline.
Yeah, great job by Cameron Allison to come up, read that play, and go up and make a tackle on Schultz.
Jersey Shore just trying to keep its play up defensively. That's been the name of the game, a Jersey Shore defense that hasn't allowed double digits all year and has pitched 4 shutouts in their 8-0 start to 2020. 2nd and 9 for Crestwood. Right hash of the 33 of Jersey Shore. Schultz has Hawley to his right side. Up the right sideline is Fiesel. Takes the snap, unloads it, wants Fiesel, and overshoots him by 5 yards, but a flag comes in as he got tangled up with Cooper Peacock in the secondary. We'll see which side the flag's on, but it may be a PI on Jersey Shore.
Yeah, it might be, but I'll be honest with you, I don't know. That might have been a little bit overthrown for his head, but, that's a judgment call for most referees.
And the referee here make the call on the near sideline. And they do call PI on the D. And that'll move the ball into the red zone on the penalty on the sophomore cornerback, Cooper Peacock. He battled Paul Fiesel, the 6'3", 180 senior. As you mentioned, Brandon, that ball was nowhere near him. Maybe the tangulation forced the overthrow as it was a timing route, but due to the penalty, move it forward 15 yards, the Jersey Shore 18. 1st and 10, Crestwood from there, 10:05 to go, down 12. Snap. Schultz from the pistol takes a hit, unloads towards the end zone. Harding wants another flag, doesn't get it. Anderson in coverage, incomplete pass out of the back of the end zone. 2nd and 10 as Ryan Harding, the fullback. You don't see a fullback streak down the field very much, but he was looking for the flag more than the ball.
Yeah, and that was actually kind of a design. And I like what Schultz is doing. He's kind of actually overthrowing him a little bit more so that they can catch Shore with those PIs so they can get him down the field because, Schultz is not really, as we saw earlier, not that great of a passer.
He's about a 50% passer on the year, and he's the backup quarterback. Doesn't throw it all that much in this run-first offense. 2 in the backfield, Hawley right, and Romanoski to the left. Snap on 2nd and 10 at the 18. Schultz looks back, keeps it up the middle, finds a lane up the sideline. 10-5 into the right corner of the end zone. He hands the ball to the official. Touchdown Crestwood. 9:53 to go. The hockey horn sounds here in Mountaintop, and it's 19-13 Jersey Shore after the score.
Yeah, that was just a bad play by Jersey Shore. 2 missed tackles on there, but they could have had the angle and credit Schultz speed and get up to the sideline.
Schultz has the speed indeed. Had a 20-yard touchdown run in the first half, and in the start of the fourth quarter has the 18-yarder. Crestwood down 19-13. PAT from Shudak makes it 19-14, and a high booming kick was easily through the sticks. 5-point Jersey Shore lead. Bulldogs get the ball back, and, well, we have a game again. Crestwood does what it needs to do, and now the Comets play defense. Here on the Bear Country Sports Network, back right after this.
The seasons are changing, and now is the perfect time to fall in love with a new checking account. At Woodlands Bank, we offer Kasasa checking accounts. Our Kasasa accounts offer unbelievable rates with great rewards. Now you can open up your account online quickly and securely. Make the switch to one of our Kasasa accounts from the convenience of your home. Branch out. Open your account today. For more information on our Kasasa accounts and to pick the best one for you, visit woodlandsbank.com. Woodlands Bank, member FDIC.
Read the latest Good News Positively Pets magazine anytime. Go to bearcountrygoodnews.com. Published every month by Bear 99.9 FM.
Sam Cooperman, Brandon Barker with you. Our Jersey Shore State Bank scoreboard reads 19 Jersey Shore, 14 Crestwood in this state quarterfinal affair in the 4A bracket. We appreciate Jersey Shore State Bank support. Visit jssb.com for more info on their financial products and services. Crestwood punches it in, 18-yard touchdown run by Noah Schultz. The second run of the night for him to the end zone and his 5th touchdown of the year through his legs. Kickoff left to right comes from Ethan Shudak, courtesy of Deja Vu. We'll have a scoreboard update from Brandon in a moment as Shudak waits for the TV timeout to conclude. Shore with Anderson and Allison, the 2 deep men. Last time they returned a kick, which was in the second quarter, they did the handoff from the 2 guys, the little cross pats, and Allison handed it to Anderson. Shudak's kick is a line drive, bounces 25, hops to Allison, just keeps it himself, scurries between the hash marks, cuts it outside left, 25, circles, and he's blown up there. Vini comes up in open field to apply the hit, and 1st and 10 Jersey Shore right to left as they're inside their own 25 and up 5 points, 9:48 to go.
Yeah, let's get that scoreboard update here real quick. Lampeter Strasburg was up 6-3 in the third quarter, has now pulled away to a 20-3 advantage in the fourth quarter.
Lampeter Strasburg 20 unanswered. They'll likely come out of District 3. 1st and 10 Jersey Shore on 24, left hash, I formation. Weary pitches right and stood up at the line. It's Cam Allison. Nowhere to run. No, it's Brady Jordan. Check that. The sophomore gets the pitch at tailback, and he is jolted down for no gain. 2nd and 11.
Yeah, I don't see why Brady Jordan's in the game. Cameron Allison does a really good job running the ball.
2nd and 11 short, its own 23 between the hashes, offset eye. Weary, 3-step drop, lobs it, far side, completion. Hess zigzags up the middle, 1st down across the 36 as Caden Hess is able to make something happen in space.
Yeah, this is where Shore's going to have to keep their up-tempo. They have to tire out this defense as longer they go.
13-yard hookup, Weary to Hess. 1st and 10 on 36 for Jersey Shore, right hash. as Hess moves to the left along with Anderson. Handoff to the fullback. Packer spins off one defender, breaks another, and finally slammed down at the 43. Hayden Packer with a quick first step, and he bolts up the middle for 8 yards.
Yeah, as we see Cameron Allison check back into the game. Nice run up the inside by Hayden Packer. Bulldozes his way across the line and gets a very manageable second down.
Maybe Allison just needed a blow. It's been a long game. He plays both ways, and he plays in special teams. Who knows? 2nd and 2 for Jersey Shore on 44 between the hashes, up 5. Weary, pitch left. Allison just checked in, outside the numbers. First down and more up the left sideline, across midfield. And he does a face plant at the 43 of Crestwood after meeting a couple defenders. He's able to pick up 13 yards there and a first down for Jersey Shore.
Yeah, and the thing I noticed between these two, when Brady Jordan comes in and Cameron Allison comes in, you notice the linemen kind of block a little bit more heavily because they know Cameron Allison can get to the outside edge.
Cam Allison, back-to-back 100-yard rushing performances, and he's been that bell cow this year in the Jersey Shore backfield. 1st and 10, 43 of Crestwood, 8:30 to go for Jersey Shore. Pitch right from the eye. Allison slashes up the middle, backs his way past the 38 for 5 yards or so. Close to the 37, so second and manageable here for Jersey Shore.
Yeah, Jersey Shore is just getting chunk yards. That's what they need to keep doing. Just keep eating away at this yard position. Don't worry about the clock. Don't worry about the Crestwood just scored on the last play.
2 receivers set. Connor Davis is the tight end blocking to the right. Anderson out left. Hess right. Packer the fullback. Allison, the tailback. 2nd and 5 from the 38. Weary drops once, hit as he throws. Anderson catches, first down and more. Defender slips, but Justin McHugh slips and gets up, and thankfully for him, he does, because if he did not get up, Anderson was gone. Instead, he's tackled at the 24 for a first down.
Yeah, you can see what a millisecond does between a defender falling down and that ball getting to him. Just a little bit at the last second, and he was able to come up and get that play.
Yeah, Weary did kind of loop that ball in there. 1st and 10, 24 Crestwood for Jersey Shore. Driving right to left. Handoff after the fake pitch. It's Packer, the fullback, muscles his way up the middle. Past the 20, takes the pile to the 15. Outside the left hash mark for a first down. Powerful run. Hayden Packer just completely busts his way up the gut to the 13.
Yeah, that's what Shore did last year with Dawson Seacrest. Big moments when those fullbacks needed to pick up some production. They got him, and Hayden Packer stepping up where he left off.
7:20 to go. 1st and 10 inside the 13 of Crestwood from the right hash. In the eye, Weary lobs right, completion to Hess, and he tumbles down at the 8, leaps up to grab that ball for 5 yards, 2nd and 5.
Yeah, I've been noticing they've been leaning more towards Caden Hess when they're throwing the ball now, so we'll see how far that goes.
Move the ball to the right hash. They'll mark it at the 7. It's 2nd and 3. Vini made the tackle. That's been the matchup tonight. Vini has gotten the better of Hess in a lot of instances. 2nd and 3, Jersey Shore, 7 of Crestwood. Offset eye. Weary, pitch right, outside the right hash marks goes Allison. He's tangled up, wrangled, and thrown aside. He'll lose a couple of yards. Back around the 10-yard line, and that's the 3rd and manageable here for Jersey Shore.
Yeah, good awareness by the defensive end there by Crestwood to be able to get to the outside edge and stop Cameron Allison short of the line so he doesn't bounce out and get a big gain.
Yeah, on that side, that's Harding, the senior. Many seniors on this Crestwood team. Their first playoff appearance at the state level for that group. 3rd and 4, Jersey Shore with the 8 of Crestwood. They bring 2 receivers left as Hess moves that way from the eye. Toss left, and it goes nowhere. Allison smothered at the 16. They had it at the 7, and on 2 plays, Jersey Shore loses 9 yards, and it's 4th and long for Jersey Shore from the 16-yard line.
Yeah, Crestwood saw it coming. They knew that outside pitch was going to come to that side, and they were able to make the great angles on the inside and get the tackle. Here's a big 4th down for Jersey Shore. Let's see what Coach Tom Gravish decides to do here.
We haven't seen Owen Anderson at QB all night. Worth noting, they change personnel, bring more receivers on as Peacock and Dugan enter the field of play.
They got to hurry up with the play clock here, Sam.
Well, they do have the timeouts, and it looks like that's planned. Nobody moves towards the line. There's 1 on the play clock, and Tom Gravish comes out in the field to call a timeout. 4th and 13, 16 of Crestwood, 5:57 to go, 19-14 lead. Doesn't get better than this. Water break presented by Ballbirds Brewing Company. We're coming back on the Bear right after this. Jersey Shore trying to move to the state semis.
B.A. Meixel is a local residential, commercial, and industrial electrical contractor. With over 10 years servicing North Central Pennsylvania, B.A. Meixel has built relationships with home and business owners in Jersey Shore and beyond. Trust B.A. Meixel's trained electricians for all of your electrical needs. Take advantage of their industry-leading warranties. Call 570-398-7837 today to find out more. B.A. Meixel Electric, a proud supporter of Jersey Shore Sports.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
Sam Cooperman, Brandon Barker with you. Jersey Shore football up 19-14 against Crestwood in the state quarterfinals, but a massive, game-changing 4th and 13 at the Crestwood 16 left hash. Weary waits for the referee to wind the play clock here, as he has Allison to his right side. On the short side of the field, 3 receivers on the left. It is Peacock, Anderson, and Dugan that way. Hess, the most dangerous guy, all alone to the right. Low snap right. Weary looks that way. Lobs to the end zone. Hess tries to come up with it. Incomplete. Batted away. No flag thrown. Vini was in coverage, and Jersey Shore faithful, including my color commentator, Mr. Brandon Barker, were wanting a flag. They don't get it. That's a turnover on downs.
I don't see where that was really good coverage. He came on the inside, and he was pushing Hayden Hess back to make that catch, but still, turnover on downs here for Crestwood.
Let's back it up a second, Brandon. So Jersey Shore's in that predicament because they had back-to-back negative run plays that took them from 2nd and 3 at the 7 to 4th and 13 at the 16. How does that happen?
Well, it's just great awareness by that defense. They saw both those runs coming, and they were able to make the angles to make the tackle.
Crestwood's defense gives the offense the lifeline it needs, and before the Comets can line up, the flag comes from the backfield, and that's an illegal substitution on Crestwood. So back them up from the 16 to the 11.
It's worth making note of it. That's the second time that's happened. Not the first time it's been called, but the second time it's happened. They had to burn a timeout because of that.
Crestwood's first state playoff appearance since 2013. Jersey Shore has been here 3 years in a row. Last year, won this quarterfinal game against Pottsville. Districts have been realigned since in the states, and they won that in triple overtime. We have a thriller in the cold down the stretch here again as Crestwood huddles up to call a play.
Yeah, we also have to remember also last year there was a bigger bracket than it was this year. So there was a game before Pottsville. Let's mention that.
1st and 15, 0-11 for Crestwood from the right hash. Schultz barks out the instructions from the pistol. Drops back, throws. No, he'll just keep it up himself, and he's pressured and hammered inside the 10. Dropped for about 2 yards loss, and Jersey Shore gets everybody there, including defensive end Dalton Dugan.
Yeah, and Ben Webb as well. We haven't called his name at all tonight. He was able to, kind of push the lineman aside, and as soon as Schultz started running, he made the wrap-up tackle. Great job by Ben Webb.
Crestwood is a one-possession game here, and because Jersey Shore missed the PAT after the first quarter opening touchdown and then went for 2 and couldn't cash in, a touchdown here by Crestwood puts them up 1, and then, of course, an extra point up 2, and if they want to go for 2 there, which you would think they would do, they go up 3. But you got to get there first. 2nd and 18, own 8 at the right hash of their own 8. Schultz takes the snap. Runs it up the middle. He's dangerous with his legs, but he's bottled up and slammed down at the 10. Only a 2-yard gain for Schultz, and Noah Schultz makes it 3rd and 16 for Crestwood, deep in its own territory.
Yeah, Schultz just trying to get some of that yardage back. They run with Schultz, and a great job there by Jared Palski to be able to come up and make that tackle.
Only one team has scored more points than Jersey Shore against Crestwood this year, and Jersey Shore, conversely, this is the most points they've allowed all year at 14. You're talking about 2 8-0 teams, dominated the regular season slate, got to states, and one of them has to bow out tonight. 3rd and 16, own 10 for Crestwood. Schultz lines up, 2 fullbacks to the right. Harding stands a few paces in front of Romanowski. Schultz flings it up the middle, right to Peacock, intercepted at the 40. Cooper Peacock up the left sideline, 30, 25, slips through the 20 to the 16. That was basically a punt by the Crestwood quarterback, and Jersey Shore takes over in the red zone.
Yeah, Cooper Peacock got caught earlier by a pass interference, and he makes up for it by going down deep and getting an interception, and a big momentum swing by Jersey Shore.
That's Peacock's first pick of his sophomore campaign. How about a guy with a lot of a legacy in that Jersey Shore bloodline? Has a brother on the team and has had plenty of family members to play on this team, including All-Stater Kobe Peacock from 2018. That's his first pick of the year, and Jersey Shore takes over. 1st and 10, 15 at Crestwood. 5-point lead, 4:08 to go. Weary under center in the eye. 1st and 10, pitch it right. Allison has room, jukes in and out and back in and gets up to the 10 for 5 yards, up the hash marks, 2nd and 5.
Yeah, let's pay attention to here. Shore actually kind of slowing down a little bit more and running that clock down a lot more because Crestwood, they've been picked up their speed a little bit, but they're still taking off much time. So if they have to give this ball back, they want to make sure that at least a minute and 30 is left on the clock.
And Jersey Shore heads to the sideline. And Arnold is off for Crestwood. No word on why, but he steps aside, so Jersey Shore pauses because of that. There's 3:50 to go, rather. Jersey Shore has it at the 10 of Crestwood.
Yeah, they've got to reset the play clock. I'm guessing they'll be caught.
And now they do. Jersey Shore has a lot of time, 30 seconds on this play clock. There's no urgency to run here. Crestwood has 2 timeouts left. They had to use one because they had too many men on the field earlier in the 3rd quarter. And Brandon said that could come back to bite him. It very well might.
Yeah, it will. And look, Jersey Shore's doing what they need to right now. They're letting the clock drain down a little bit.
And then the offensive linemen get down quickly, and with 10, they pitch it right from the eye. Allison circles, goes up the middle, has a lane, and crashes in the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs. Cam Allison puts Jersey Shore ahead with 2 scores with 3:14 to go.
And that could be the proverbial, how they say, icing on the cake for Jersey Shore here. Look, they got the turnover they needed straight in with Allison. He made some shifty moves and bulldozed his way to the end zone. Shore now with a very favorable lead.
25-14. That's an 11-point lead for the Bulldogs. If they tack home this extra point, that's 12, and a team that can't really throw the ball too well, having to recover from that deficit is not ideal for Crestwood. But we'll see. Right now a PAT. Clean snap, hold, kick, and it goes through with power. 26-14 Jersey Shore. Cam Allison runs it in from 10 yards out. The senior finds pay dirt for the 7th time this year. And Jersey Shore is on pace to move forward, but they got to close this out. Back on the Bear right after this from Crestwood.
Family-owned and operated, Tie-A-Dot Embroidery and Screen Printing has been serving the Jersey Shore area for almost 30 years. Custom T-shirts, sweats, hats, and specialized products with your logo included, embroidered or screen printed. See some of what's available on our webpage, TIAEmbroidery.com. 110 Charles Street, Jersey Shore. Top quality work throughout the area for the last 20 years. Guy Rock Excavating, based in Rocktown, specializing in land development, basements, home building, and providing topsoil for residential, business, and commercial properties. Call Guy today, 570-745-3189.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
Jersey Shore football up by 12 with 3:14 to go. 26-14 lead on Crestwood in the state quarterfinals. Sam Cooperman, Brandon Barker with you. Cam Allison's 10-yard touchdown run, and then Allison's point after put the score at this point. Allison will send it off right to left, courtesy of our kickoff sponsor, Deja Vu. As 2 men back to return, Kreiser on the right, and on the left it's Brendan DeMarzo. 2 most dangerous return men on this Crestwood team. Both Jersey Shore and Crestwood 8-0, and one of them is about to bow out tonight. Crestwood might be on the chopping block here. Allison sends it away with that left foot at the 11, caught on a fly by Kreiser. Up to the 20, outside the numbers, needs a big run back here, and he's dove on at the 35, slips up at the 36, as Jersey Shore now has to play defense with 3:09 to go.
Yeah, and their defense has kind of been picking up more towards the second half. And one of those big keys is that Jared Palski. He's come in for Gabe Packer, and he's done a great job just managing where he's at that linebacker position and making key plays when he needs to, but also Hayden Packer as well.
Couple turnovers on each side tonight, and Crestwood had a big one to start the 3rd quarter. It didn't go their way when they were in the red zone. They have it here, 1st and 10 at the 37 on their own side. From the right hash, they run out of the gun. And Schultz takes the snap, fakes the Hawley, keeps it, and he's slammed down. Loses yardage. Or no, they'll say maybe he got up to the 38, but that's still 1 yard. And that's Anderson on the tackle for 2nd and 9. No, check that. That's Dugan. And clock rolls under 3 to play.
Yeah, and what Dugan did there is came off his end spot and kind of chased down Schultz from the outside and slammed him down to the ground. And a big play to start out for Jersey Shore.
And here is where the lack of a hurry-up offense for Ryan Arcangeli's team hurts them. They haven't been in this point all year. Now they're in it. They're down 2 scores. Time dwindling, and we're down to 2:30 to go. You have to run a play soon, and they're showing no urgency. Play clock down to 5. They operate from the shotgun. 2nd and 13, on 33. Schultz rolls right, delivers towards the sideline, caught by DeMarzo. Does he stay in play? And he's not at a first down, and he is in play. So the clock continues to run at 2:12 and counting. He's a little shy of the line to gain at the 46, and that is very hurtful for them.
Yeah, good tackle by Peacock to make sure he was in bounds at the whole time. And now that clock's going to keep running, and now you can see a little bit of urgency from Crestwood.
Yeah, quicker back to the line. Could have done that a few plays ago for their perspective, but Schultz is on it in the shotgun from the right hash of the 45, own side of the field. Takes step back, lobs it, right sideline, first down to Fiesel, and he scoots out of bounds across the 44 of Jersey Shore, and a flag comes in after the play.
Yeah, there's going to be, I believe, a holding call and a personal foul on sportsmanlike conduct on Crestwood. So now this will be a very big penalty. They'll obviously take the personal foul.
Well, we'll see what happens. Myers was tangled up with somebody in that offensive backfield. The Comets moved back offensively themselves. So we'll see if both the penalties were on Crestwood or maybe Myers committed the other one. Didn't get a good glimpse of the play. Brandon had a better vantage point, and his eyes were on it. So we'll wait and see what the officials do after this powwow they have now.
Yeah, you're right, and that could be that as well. But it looked more like a hold, but you never know what. I didn't really see what Quincy Myers was doing before that, so.
And they are offsetting penalties.
We have offsetting personal
and they move that right up to there. So they'll keep that where the they have the first down for Crestwood. So it's offsetting, but they don't move that ball back. That's a first down completion. Schultz connects with Fiesel. Out of bounds, clock stops at the 43 of Jersey Shore.
Yeah, I'll explain it real quick at at home. That's because it happened after the play was over, so nothing happens to that play.
Yep, dead ball foul right on Brandon Barker. 1st and 10, 43 of Jersey Shore for a Crestwood team down 2 touchdowns, under 2 to play. Schultz takes the snap from the gun, roams right, might try to get out of bounds. He does not. Smashed at the 39. Gains 4 yards, but that does nothing for you here with 1:38 and counting to go.
Yeah, and look, Crestwood, unless they take a timeout, which they are, they're letting too much time run off the clock.
Yeah, there's a team that doesn't run hurry up. They go to the sideline every play call, and here they are having to huddle up with 1:36 to go. And our Ballbirds Brewing Company water break is here. Back on the Bear right after this, and maybe one last gasp for Crestwood, but it would take a miracle.
Call 570-753-5722. TLC Fuels, a family-owned business since 1998, serving residential, farm, and commercial customers from their Jersey Shore location just off of Route 220 at the Pine Creek exit. Fuel oil, diesel, and gasoline, hard coal. TLC Fuels dedicated to providing friendly, satisfying service to all of their customers. TLC Fuels proud to be a supporter of the Jersey Shore Bulldogs. 570-753-5722.
Cutting Edge Country on WQBR.
Sam Cooperman, Brandon Barker back with you. Jersey Shore football state quarterfinals at Crestwood up 26-14. 1:36 to go. Snap from the right hash of the Shore, 39. Schultz takes it for Crestwood, fakes the handoff to Hawley, and slings it back the other way to Hawley outside the left hash marks. 35, 30, lots of room, 20, 15, 10, breaks free, hops a tackle, lunges for the plane, and he's down. No, they mark him down at the 1. They started the hockey horn here, but he didn't get in. He's down at the 38, but the clock stops for them to reset the ball after the first down.
Yeah, and look, this is going to be key for sure. They love to get set really quickly on defense, and now with time calling down, substitutions is not going to help.
And Crestwood, they huddle up on every play. They're trying to run quickly, but the game clock is down to 1:13. They're preserving one timeout. 1st and goal with the 38-yard completion on the throwback. Schultz under center. Jersey Shore's 5-man front is stacked. Handoff right. Hawley met behind the line. He loses yardage back to the 5. Pummeled by Myers, and the clock runs under a minute to go.
Yeah, that's stout defense right there. When you're able to go inside and stop Crestwood from getting a touchdown, that's really beneficial. Now, time is going down here really, really quickly.
Down 12. When are you going to use this timeout, Coach Arcangeli? Hits 2nd and goal from the 5. Schultz back under center in the eye. 1 man out wide left. Play action. Schultz runs right. He's good with his legs to the back of the end zone. Intercepted. Intended for Arnold, but it's picked off by Jersey Shore, and the Bulldogs seal the deal. And it's Owen Anderson to end the game for Jersey Shore. No, it's Cooper Peacock. It's Peacock again, the second pick for the sophomore, and what an interception it was, and that seals it for the Bulldogs.
Absolutely does, and Cooper Peacock did a great job just waiting there. Schultz tried to make a last-ditch effort, and Cooper Peacock made sure he came down with the reception, and that's how they say all she wrote.
Jersey Shore just take a knee, and they'll move on to the state semifinals for the second straight year. The Bulldogs played a true road game here in a playoff game in the States, which you never see, but in 2020, weird things happen. Weary to just take a knee down at the 20, does just that, and this one is over. 26-14, Jersey Shore wins in the quarterfinals for the second straight year, and they're on to a semifinal matchup against Lampeter Strasburg. Post-game show brought to you by First Quality is on the way here from Mountaintop after this on the Bear Country Sports Network. Jersey Shore comes up with the win.
McMahon Ferguson Associates Insurance Agency is your local Erie insurance agency. They handle much more than just home and auto. They serve your commercial and life insurance needs too. Ask yourself, do you own your own business? Just get married? Recently have a child? Purchase a home? How about liability and workers' comp? McMahon Ferguson Associates has products for all the above. Call 570-398-4090. McMahon Ferguson Associates Insurance Agency, 1020 Allegheny Street, Jersey Shore.
The seasons are changing, and now is the perfect time to fall in love with a new checking account. At Woodlands Bank, we offer Kasasa checking accounts. Our Kasasa accounts offer unbelievable rates with great rewards. Now you can open up your account online quickly and securely. Make the switch to one of our Kasasa accounts from the convenience of your home. Branch out. Open your account today. For more information on our Kasasa accounts and to pick the best one for you, visit woodlandsbank.com. Woodlands Bank, member FDIC.
Call 570-753-5722. TLC Fuels, a family-owned business since 1998, serving residential, farm, and commercial customers from their Jersey Shore location just off of Route 220 at the Pine Creek exit. Fuel oil, diesel, and gasoline, hard coal. TLC Fuels dedicated to providing friendly, satisfying service to all of their customers. TLC Fuels proud to be a supporter of the Jersey Shore Bulldogs. 570-753-5722.
You're probably not ready for winter, but we are. Hollick's Coal and Fuel Oil Service has been a Jersey Shore fixture since 1950. Hollick's is known for its fast and reliable service. We provide coal, heating oil, kerosene, mixed kerosene, and off-road diesel. 5 different sizes of coal, all stored under roof for the highest quality. Hollick's Coal and Fuel Oil Service, 248 Locust Street in Jersey Shore, 570-398-1190, and online at hollickscoalandoil.com.
B.A. Mikesell is a local residential, commercial, and industrial electrical contractor. With over 10 years servicing North Central Pennsylvania, B.A. Mikesell has built relationships with home and business owners in Jersey Shore and beyond. Trust B.A. Mikesell's trained electricians for all of your electrical needs. Take advantage of their industry-leading warranties. Call 570-398-7837 today to find out more. B.A. Mikesell Electric, a proud supporter of Jersey Shore sports.
Cutting Edge Country, WQBR, Avis Williamsport State College, 99.9 FM.
First Quality post-game show at Mountaintop, PA's Crestwood High School. 26-14, Jersey Shore comes up with a victory against the Comets to send the Bulldogs to the state semifinals for the second straight year. Sam Cooperman, Brandon Barker with you. What a run this has been for Coach Tom Gravish's club. First Quality, welcome to the new era of manufacturing. If you want to take pride in what you're making, you have to take pride in where you're making it. First Quality, visit them, firstquality.com, to learn more about job openings in our area, and there are many. Brandon, this was a heck of a game in the bitter cold. Haven't stepped outside the press box since it started. I'm not looking forward to. Our cars are probably frozen solid. About 35 degrees outside now. Jersey Shore was up 12-7 at halftime, and they end the game with a 26-14 victory. Truly unbelievable victory by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it was, and they went out, they toughed it out. We all knew it was gritty. It was going to be a low-scoring game. It's the most they've allowed points-wise on defense. But other than that, I think Shore overall did a really great job of just, pressuring Schultz, making sure when he threw the ball that he didn't have time to throw it with, I believe, only 2 sacks and then 2 picks as well towards the end of the game for Schultz.
Yeah, Jersey Shore was able to prevail against the Crestwood team that did not have their starting quarterback, obviously, a big factor in football, Ryan Petrotsky. We expected him to play. I got no signs from Coach Arcangeli, which I totally get in a state playoff game. You don't want to key that into the other team, even if I'm someone that I could personally say I could trust my word. But I get as a coach, you want to play your cards close to the vest that time. He does that, and he has Noah Schultz, who started a few games already this year, and to his credit, he had the 2 rushing touchdowns for Crestwood, one from 20 yards, one from 18 yards, but ultimately, turnovers, Brandon. You talked about the 2 picks, but let's harp back on the fumbles, because start the third quarter, we said that possession could really be the momentum swing for the game. Crestwood has some runs all over the field, including Schultz's 40-yard run. They get it down to the Jersey Shore 15. They had Caleb Benjamin running it so tough and powerfully, and then he coughs up the ball inside Jersey Shore's 15, and the Bulldogs take over deep in their own territory, and a Crestwood team that just eats up clock. They don't run quickly. They get the plays in from the sideline. They waste all that time. They don't get points out of it, and they're still down 12-7. Jersey Shore goes up the field and gets a touchdown from Weary to Owen Anderson.
Yeah, and, through that whole process, and it was the one thing that I said was going to kill them earlier in the game, time of possession. When you're running up against Shore, and I will give credit to Shore right now, they not only did they run their hurry-up offense to perfection, but they also found a way to run time off the clock. They took up on that first drive 4 minutes. That's probably the longest he's probably had a drive go all year long. But that 4 minutes screwed up key. So you take, let's take that scenario. Let's take 2 minutes off of that 4-minute drive. That's 2 extra minutes that Crestwood could have had to go down and drive. And the other big key one is when Crestwood had to call a timeout because, like I said, the illegal substitution that was going to happen if they, if they had snapped the ball. So that timeout ended up coming to bite him because he didn't even use that timeout.
Yeah, the whole game, it was very interesting, and you have to wonder that Crestwood driving down the field under a minute to go, and were able to work the play where Schultz ran to the right side of the field, slung it back to the left, where Hawley was the only guy there, and that was Hawley's 3rd catch of the year. He had, out of the 39-yard line, took it 38 yards, but couldn't get it past the 1. Imagine he scores there, then all of a sudden you have a scenario where, wait, you can make it a one-possession game. You have time left, 1 timeout. It would still take a miracle, but you have a chance. They don't do that. And then, of course, like you mentioned, well, this is the team that doesn't move too quickly. So if they don't score right away on the goal line, they put themselves in a precarious spot, and that's what happened. Jersey Shore defensively plugged up the middle on goal to go at the 1.
Oh, yeah, on that last possession, if we say Jersey Shore just lets them score, because that's not, because you just let them score, because you're going to get the ball back anyways, and they're going to go for an onside kick. But you don't want that to happen. I give credit to that Jersey Shore defense to be able to make pressure up the middle and stop that at the 1-yard line. That's something that they've keyed on for the last couple of years. And when they did that, it kind of took out hope for Crestwood. Crestwood was thinking, oh, yeah, let's go put this in. And first of all, they took a little bit too much extra time on that last one because they thought they were in the end zone. They were sitting there celebrating, and the referee was sitting there saying, no, that's not a touchdown. So by that time, there was no way that there was no way Crestwood could get back into the game after that goal line stop.
Sometimes in the NFL, when the line judge will come over there, you'll get a touchdown call out of it. In high school football, I can't remember ever seeing a line judge run in from the side into a scrum and getting a touchdown out of it. That almost always means they're short of the goal line, and Crestwood didn't pick up on it, like you said, Brandon, and that cost them some time, although it was a first down, so they had to reset the chains. Anyways, they didn't move fast enough, and it's a team, and Coach Arcangeli said this, he was honest about it. He said, they're not a team that can get off schedule, because when they get down by too much, the way they work, they rely on their defense. They can't pick up points in a hurry.
Yeah, and I'll go back to that last play also. The one big thing that was coaching Coach Arcancelli was the substitutions. You kept substituting people all the time, and that also takes off time for people. That's why Shore doesn't substitute a whole lot. They have who they need out there. They keep that personnel out. It gets them to the line quicker. It gets them that snap off, and then they're able to run their offense to the way they want to. And when they want to substitute, they take 2 minutes, go substitute, get the play in, and then they're done.
In a season where we didn't even know if we'd have a season, Jersey Shore is back where it was in 2019, when all of this seemed long ago and far away. A year ago, who could imagine what would happen in 12 months? But Jersey Shore stays solid and moves to 9-0. We'll come back on our first quality post-game show and tell you about next week's opponent, Lampeter Strasburg, what we know about them, a team that finds itself in this spot often. Back in the state semifinals, Jersey Shore will meet them somewhere next weekend. Back on the Bear after this.
PIAA Mikesell is a local residential, commercial, and industrial electrical contractor. With over 10 years servicing north central Pennsylvania, PIAA Mikesell has built relationships with home and business owners in Jersey Shore and beyond. Trust PIAA Mikesell's trained electricians for all of your electrical needs. Take advantage of their industry-leading warranties. Call 570-398-7837 today to find out more. PIAA Mikesell Electric, a proud supporter of Jersey Shore sports.
Mama's home cooking has never tasted so good. Go to Coots's Kitchen, 318 Wilson Street in Jersey Shore for homemade soups, oil, deli sides, baked goods, and more. Coots's cheesesteaks will have you hooked. Fudge season is just around the corner, too. All of this at reasonable prices. 570-398-8180 for your takeout order. Coots's Kitchen, Tuesday through Saturday, 10 till 8. Coots's Kitchen, Mama's homemade goodness. Go Bulldogs.
Schweitzer's Auto Sales offers fair prices and superior service, and they make it easy to find the sedan, SUV, or light truck that you want with their virtual showroom. Available anytime online at schweitzerauto.com. Look through their selection, then come in for a test drive. 321 North Main Street, Jersey Shore. 570-398-4216.
You're probably not ready for winter, but we are. Hollick's Coal and Fuel Oil Service has been a Jersey Shore fixture since 1950. Hollick's is known for its fast and reliable service. We provide coal, heating oil, kerosene, mixed kerosene, and off-road diesel. 5 different sizes of coal, all stored under roof for the highest quality. Hollick's Coal and Fuel Oil Service, 248 Locust Street in Jersey Shore, 570-398-1190, and online at hollickscoalandoil.com.
Family-owned and operated, Tie-A-Dot Embroidery and Screen Printing has been serving the Jersey Shore area for almost 30 years. Custom T-shirts, sweats, hats, and specialized products with your logo included, embroidered or screen printed. See some of what's available on our webpage, TIAEmbroidery.com. 110 Charles Street, Jersey Shore. Top quality work throughout the area for the last 20 years. Guy Rock Excavating, based in Rocktown, specializing in land development, basements, home building, and providing topsoil for residential, business, and commercial properties. Call Guy today, 570-745-3189.
Susquehanna Trailways has part-time and full-time opportunities available for motor coach and school bus drivers. Are you recently retired? Don't want to be home all the time and enjoy travel? Become part of the Susquehanna Trailways team. Contact Susquehanna Trailways by calling 570-753-5125 or email charters@susquehannabus.com. They will train for free and offer performance bonuses too. Call Susquehanna Trailways at 570-753-5125.
Read the latest Good News Positively Pets magazine anytime. Go to BearCountryGoodNews.com. Published every month by Bear 99.9 FM.
Sam Cooperman, Brandon Barker back with you on our first quality post-game show. Welcome to the new era of manufacturing. If you want to take pride in what you're making, you have to take pride in where you're making it. Visit firstquality.com to learn more about job openings in our area. Jersey Shore comes up with the win, 26-14. Bulldogs barely trailed in this game, technically did at 7-6, but aside from that, they really were able to stick with a tough District 2 team, and that of Crestwood, and move on to the state semifinals. Who they play? none other than Lampeter Strasburg, a team out of Lancaster that's perennially one of the best teams in 4A. Brandon, they beat Elko tonight. That's Eastern Lebanon County. What do we know about them?
Well, what do we know is, from looking at their max prep stats, they love to run the ball. Over the last couple of games, they average about 230-some yards rushing. Lately, they've been dwindling down, though. Their last game before this one, I'll have to see what the stats are when they come back, but when they played Conrad Weiser, they had 36 carries and for 119 yards, but the carries throughout game wide. First game, 34 carries. Second game, 53. Third game, 39. Fourth game, 48. So you see the trend there. It's going to be another running team that Jersey Shore is going to have to defend against. And from their passing stats, their lowest stat is 59 yards, and their highest was 350, and that was against Conrad Weiser. So obviously from those stats, looking at the stats, it's obvious that if they need to throw the ball, they know how to.
Yeah, there's certainly opportunities there, and Jersey Shore is going to get a real tough test next week, but they got one this week, and the Bulldogs continue to win. They're 9-0, and in this COVID-laden season where we didn't know when games would happen, what would happen, I'll be honest with you, when I came into this week one, I had no idea if we'd have a state playoffs going to other places. Who knows? And it's not about one person's opinion. It's about what would happen at the highest levels and what would happen here. But evidently, we're able to keep playing. The Bulldogs didn't have any positive COVID tests this year, and I said coming into the season, the teams that are successful are the most disciplined teams, and in that, they're the teams that are able to follow instructions. And like I said, you don't know how people feel about that, what kind of precautions they take. If your football coach says, wear a mask, do this, because if you get it, no matter what you think about the virus, we can't play football, and your team listens to that coach really well, you're going to put yourself in a great spot. And Jersey Shore, credit to them and credit to Crestwood as well, they've done just that. They've stayed safe. They've stayed on the field. They've stayed practicing, and the Bulldogs have stayed in the state semifinals. They're there for a second straight year. They get Lampeter Strasburg next week. Site to be determined. We believe it'll be at one of the school's home fields. It seems to be the call due to COVID, maybe. Who knows? But if that's the case, maybe it's down in the Lancaster area, or maybe it's up at Jersey Shore, potentially at another school nearby, if the grass field at Thompson Street isn't up to snuff. But, Brandon, any final words before we get out of here into our freezing cars?
Well, they played a great game tonight, and they got to be prepared next week because hopefully they get Gabe Packer. We'll have to keep note on that as it develops throughout the week.
Yeah, we'll see. Gabe Packer went out in the first quarter. Jared Polsky did a great job filling in for him. And the Jersey Shore defense held a Crestwood team that averages over 30 a game to 14 tonight and really limited that offense. Big thanks to Dave Stratton and Vince Swartz back home. Vince running the YouTube stream. Sorry we couldn't bring you video tonight, but we appreciate you listening to us tonight, and we'll see what happens as far as our coverage next week. Whether it's video or audio or both, we will be there covering the game wherever the game is. Big thanks to everyone here at Crestwood accommodating us. We're thankful we got to be inside, not outside. Initially thought we'd be outside, brought a table and set up to be outside, but we're able to get a spot indoors, and I'm not frozen right now, so I'm thankful for that. For Brandon Barker, my name is Sam Cooperman, saying goodnight from Crestwood High School in Mountaintop, PA. 26-14, Jersey Shore onto the state semifinals for the second straight year. So long.
So much for tonight's game against Crestwood, brought to you by River Valley Internet, Lindsay Bank and Trust, Fager Insurance, Bald Birds Brewing Company, Country Berry Shack, Deja Vu, Hollick's Coal Yard, Jersey Shore State Bank, First Quality, Kutz's Kitchen, Schweitzer's Auto Sales, McMahon Ferguson and Associates, Benton Automotive, Susquehanna Transit, Woodlands Bank, TLC Fuels, PA Meixel Electric, and Guy Rock Excavating. Plus, Jersey Shore School Superintendent Brian Ulmer. Thanks for listening to the Bear Country Sports Network.